must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Hello, friends, and welcome to the Autopod Decepticast, your bi-weekly podcast delivering an episode-by-episode breakdown of the classic animated series Beast Wars. I am your host, Ryan, and we are still on hiatus while we all get our lives together, but fear not, we are rapidly accelerating through the space bridge toward the 40th anniversary of Transformers the movie being released in theaters in the U.S. So, sorry, Europe. Actually, you know what? Let's look this up. When was the 86 movie released worldwide? Obviously it came out on August 8th, 1986 here in the States. Oh, I love this description. It debuted in the United Kingdom shortly after on December 12th, 1986, and released in Australia the day after Christmas, 1986. Question for our UK and Oceania folks. Did that feel shortly after? Like 4 months following the American release? So, like 4 months in child math is like 5 years. And, you know, it's weird. I can't offhand see when or if it was released elsewhere. It did not have a theatrical release in Japan. I guess they had their own timeline, and take this with a grain of salt, but a cursory evaluation reveals that Japan didn't want to kill off still popular toy lines. Hey, on-the-fly research that we should have looked up, I don't know. It's only been 9 years. That's the APDC promise. So we're doing this repackaging of our old minute-by-minute breakdown of the 1986 classic animated movie, taking iconic and specific episodes for the 40th anniversary of the movie that started it all. These are trimmed-down versions, so if you want to hear the full episodes, all are available wherever you get podcasts. In this... that is my cat using her litter box. In this special retro episode number 4, you will hear... Episode 41, This is the Fun Part. Number 44, Emergency Separation. Number 47, WATERWORLD 2. And number 51, Universal Greeting. The first excerpt, episode number 41, is our very first holiday special extravaganza, which would become a staple of the APDC going forward. The holiday ones are some of my favorite episodes, especially the Icelandic Yule Lads, which is episode number 143, where we're deep into our episode-by-episode review of the original series. And I'm not saying that just because the wraparound story conceit was my idea. But it was, and it was great. All right, digressions aside, please enjoy this episode 4 of our Transformers the Movie 40th Anniversary Retro Special. Roll it, you sloppy bitch.
I'll try and answer percentage of this shit. Okay, so ignore everything I just said.
Okay.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Autopod Decepticast. This is your weekly podcast that delivers a minute-by-minute breakdown of the 1986 Transformers movie. This is episode 41, and that is going to cover the 40:01 to the 41-minute mark. And guys, listeners, I don't really want a lot for Christmas, and frankly, I don't care at all about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. Here's the deal. All my wishes have already come true because all I want for Christmas are these two gentlemen next to me. Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Caleb. Ho, ho, ho.
Christmas Caleb.
Yes.
Christmas Carter. Guys, what did you get your significant squeezes this year? Anything?
Oh, it's real exciting. an orgasm.
That's supposed to, so it's just a special once a year thing?
Yeah, well, she'd never had one before, with me, just exclusively. And so I just watched her with a vibrator. I was like, Merry Christmas to you.
Caleb, something similar, I'm sure.
When you've been as married as long as I have,
As married. You're super married.
I'm so married. I allowed her to sleep in the bed by herself for the evening.
These are very depressing
I hope
cousins.
she doesn't hear that because she'll say like, "Oh, you allowed me to sleep by myself."
She doesn't listen to this.
No, she does not.
Sometimes I force Wes to listen to it while I'm editing it, and I say something particularly witty. I'm like, listen to this shit. That's gold that I spun.
What percent of the time that you do that does West agree with you, or just kind of be like, yeah, it's great, let's move on?
Make eye contact at all.
That's how Wes reacts to everything, though.
That's true.
She, so, you know, it's great. It's.
I think you were trying sincerely to be honest there, but it's still.
She pretends that it's funny.
Yeah.
At least it's a good act. I actually got her like an electric heating pad and a new lunchbox and this weird bowl that you eat sunflower seeds out of with a little stand for your phone to watch TV.
What?
I'll put a picture of it up.
So
I'll
wait,
look it
so
up
it's
right
a stand that so you can watch television on your phone, and it's got a separate little compartment.
It's
to
a
eat-
real
to
specific
eat
device.
Nuts out of?
That's right. All right, here.
While he's looking that up, what did you really get, Andy?
I got her a $30 gift certificate to the educational supply store down the street.
Explain this.
It's cool. It's a cool store. It's got all kinds of like. It's an educational supply store. This is gonna be really boring to our readers.
I think the present before was better.
Yeah, it's got like huge like dry erasers in the shape of like dogs or rainbows, and it's got like.
What led you down this path?
Did she ask for this?
No, but she actually really likes it. There's cool stuff in there, like games, like board games and stuff like that, and
There's the bowl.
I don't. That's really
Why
bizarre.
does that
Weird.
exist?
See, like you put there's a space for the nuts and a space for the shells.
This doesn't
Ew.
even make
So
any
she can
sense.
like, do you crack them in your mouth?
Yeah.
And then you spit them into that compartment in
That's
there?
right.
Did you buy this for her because she likes?
I sent it to her
Those
in a
kinds
text as a joke of like, look at this crazy shit. She's like, I want one of those, right? And I don't think she really does, but it was like $8.
All right, well, I got Melody giant enlarged photos of her daughters, so
We're doing great.
you guys have much more interesting gifts than me. We got a few shout-outs to speak of. First of all, I would like to give a little thanks to Mike Seibert of the Seibert Radio. He gave us a nice mention on his show, and I'd have to say I enjoyed his show as well. I hadn't listened to it before, and I listened to it completely out of vanity. But you know what? I think I'm going to keep on listening.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's a nice, pop culture, kind of geek culture podcast. And I have to say, it kind of made me jealous just because he's way more articulate than me personally, and has a better voice than me, and it's just a more balanced professional podcast in every way.
He'd talk better than we do.
You got that out. You got it out.
I tried about 3 times.
I know. I was listening to you struggle.
But then it's actually makes
But
it
it
even
worked.
better. A gentleman named Benjamin Ko from the Guangdong province
Guangdong.
in southern China.
What?
And he left us a nice little note here that I'm going to ring a little 5 stars on iTunes, China edition. And his comment is, in a world where Aaron and Ryan sound the same, and Caleb has the most distinct voice of the trio,
This is my favorite guy now.
brings us minutes and sometimes an hour of jib-jab about the things I love, the G1 Transformers. The show gave me more insight about the voice actors in the 1986 movie, some of the original scripts, drafts, and deviations, and the favorite moments of any minute. These aristicons of the TF world gel well together as evident by the tangent banters and jovial convos.
Damn.
They're not all jovial. It's the only podcast I listen to because there's still a purpose of the show, and I like it. It's a really good show to listen to, so subscribe away. Now, first of all, I can't be mad because we did say that you could say whatever you wanted as long as you gave us 5 stars, but the fact that you think Caleb has the most distinct voice...
I thought Caleb wrote this. Whenever I read it, I honestly did. And then I'm like, wow.
I have to admit, Ben Coe, he's actually my brother. And I put him up to this.
Okay, great.
Your brother.
You guys didn't know I have a brother in Guangdong?
The Guangdong province of southern China, touching
Yes.
the ocean.
The Chinese Carters.
Yes.
I say thank you, but let us help you out. This is Aaron speaking right now. You'll know it's me because I'll be saying a lot, and you'll know Ryan speaking because he'll be talking about fucking and sucking.
That's right.
pretty much
Penis, cock, wiener, pussy.
That's how you tell the difference between us.
Yeah.
But thanks.
I don't disagree. I do not disagree. Yeah.
Let's recap the last episode real quick.
got mail.
Geez, what's this? I got a mysterious email. Yeah, I presume this is from a listener. Let me click through here.
Click,
It's from somebody named J Marley Buns 420 at dickinsider.com. Okay. Oh, it's our old podcasting co-host who quit before the show kicked off. His name's Jay Cobb. I haven't heard from him in a while. I wonder what he's up to. The subject line is "Y'all are in for it." Okay. The message is, "Hi guys, I'm dead. But I'm writing you from the afterlife to tell you that the path you're headed down is wrong. While recording today, you will be visited," oh, nice typo, idiot, "by 3 spirits. Listen to their advice or you will be cyber cursed to watch Call of the Primitives minute by minute for all of eternity."
Ugh.
Okay, well
That's cryptic.
that's a strange
Yeah.
email to get here.
I think
but-
it's...
I bet it's bull.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
baloney.
was gonna say it's bullshit. I'm gonna behave just exactly as I behaved before I heard that.
So, I mean, I don't know how somebody sends an email from the afterlife, but okay, well, I'm sure we can just forget about that.
Yeah.
Back into what we were trying to do, which is to recap. Last episode, we saw Ultra Magnus re-delegate Dinobot duties from the bumbling Blur to the immeasurably more capable Cup and Hot Rod. We saw Cup start to tell one of his iconic war stories. And the gang split up with HR. That's Hot Rod. That's a note that I write, but I'm not supposed to say HR. The gang split up with Hot
peek
Rod.
behind the curtain.
Hot Rod, Cup, and the Dinos are in one ship, Ultra Magnus, or UM, as I have it written here.
I write that too.
Springer, RC, and Perceptor, Blur, and Daniel, they're kind of headed towards another ship. So we kick off at the 40-minute mark.
When you do the abbreviation for RC, do you put AC?
So as we kick off the minute, Springer and Daniel are running up to the ship while Ultra Magnus and Perceptor are covering them with some gunfire. And Springer says to Daniel, "If you're going to get space sick, you're going to walk home."
Yeah, which is, it's a good thing they do have artificial gravity because in actual astronauts, 75% of them will get nauseous in microgravity.
Every time, or just...
Some of them never get over it. Like sometimes it takes a few days. Some of them they're sick.
They're just sick the
like
whole
taking
time.
motion sickness pills is pretty much mandatory in space.
I wonder, so, like... I mean, I'm sure that an astronaut has, like, barfed while in space before,
Yeah.
right?
In fact, during one of the Apollo missions, this is sort of related, there's audio where to poop, you have to poop in a bag. And apparently, some of it got out and it was floating around. And he's like, Neil.
Really?
Yes.
That's audio for the website.
Yeah, I'll add that in. Yeah, there's floating lunar turds.
Neil's
How did you know it was
dookie.
Neil's?
I don't remember if it was really Neil, but so they did say somebody was like, "God damn it," or something like that. Anyway,
The most educated, heroic men on the planet, and they're space hijinks. And the thing that I like about it is, like, I guess Transformers can get grossed out by human biological shit. I don't know. As we go into 403 is where we are now. Ultra Magnus and Perceptor, they hop on the ship. The ship continues to take heavy fire.
This is the one with the red accents on
Yes.
the exterior of the ship.
yes.
That does lead to some animation errors later on.
Oh,
so they can't keep two colors
shocking.
straight.
So that's a thing? All right. Okay.
It's a real rumble frenzy
Keep
situation.
your track on it. Keep
Right
track
on,
of
word.
what's the trim on each ship. Keep track
Word.
of that. But this begs a question because there's so much laser fire on this scene. How strong are the lasers? I mean,
Not very strong.
they could Transformers. Can they adjust their laser strength? Does it depend on the moment? I mean, obviously it's all
Yeah.
just bullshit. But
No, it depends. They
Yeah.
adjust their laser strength depending on the current plot the current plot that's
Well, and as we covered earlier, like with Hot Rod shooting at the shuttle, like it's a couple shots are just glancing blows. One blows a hole straight through it.
right. Why in a war situation is it just not set to kill all the time?
Because
or whatever the most
movie.
destructive setting.
Well, I'm trying to think of a
Sure,
witty-
it's sort of like the Galvatron thing where he just it's like vapor or turned the Starscream into ash.
I'm trying to think of a witty reply, but it's obviously because movie. But
The only thing I'm just trying to help the movie out. The only thing I could think of is maybe it's energy preservation. Maybe
Sure.
it's more energy to whatever.
It's sort of why the Enterprise doesn't travel at warp 9 all the time.
Right. So
what would happen if it traveled at warp
I would imagine that the lithium crystals would be depleted.
more quickly?
I assume they heal somehow, but like so you gotta or you go into dry dock.
I don't watch Star Trek, so dilithium crystals, they're self-healing.
I would imagine, but I mean they go because Voyager's a little different, but they're stuck in the Delta Quadrant and they don't have access to any space stations or anything. But I would imagine there's some like refueling, like a battery charging.
I'm sure this is discussed. I'm sure there's Trekkies out there that have
No, nobody's ever talked about
this.
Never. It's never been covered.
At any rate, this ship takes a lot of shots. So from inside the ship, we are now seeing Springer and Ultra Magnus kind of at the captain's helm area here. Ultra Magnus gives out a hurry as if Springer wasn't trying to go fast. But so Springer hits a lever. And then we see what is becoming an all too familiar rocket boosting animation.
4013.
Was that the third time that that's happened?
One more bite at the booster apple.
Do it.
Hey, it's a great animation.
It is.
And then we got Daniel looking out the window.
Yeah, there's some cool lighting effects there. And guess what? Ultra Magnus is kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
Because RC is still outside that fucking ship.
Shouldn't Daniel be strapped in?
No.
They just have him standing at a window of a
Nobody-
spaceship.
Why
that's
at this
taking
point
off?
would they be taking safety measures?
True.
There are no seat belts in any of these vehicles. I mean, you want to imagine even the Transformers would want to be strapped in, but
Do you think if I reposted my D is for endangerment meme again, that it would get more than one like?
I have noticed that some people did like it again. Like they went through and found it.
Oh, I can tell you right now, Serge Bomba, the second that we posted a new episode, I could tell that he was having pity on me for the
sweetheart of a man.
Listen.
the 6 + 11, 17. I got like 2 pity likes.
I feel like pity is really underrated. I lost my virginity because of pity. So,
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
And that is a true story, ladies and
It is-
gentlemen.
that is
not
completely-
a self-deprecating one line.
That is 100% true.
to Serge Bomba, by the way.
He is a
gentle.
sweetheart of a man.
Yes, so generous.
Here's the deal. Fuck you, Ultra Magnus, because you're either one, too terrible of a leader to keep track of the 4 people on your watch, or you're too selfish to care. Because Daniel's like, oh, RC's still out there, and the ship is stationary when he says that. He says, RC is still out there, and she's running towards the ship, and then the ship takes off.
No, because Springer has already hit the contact lever, so the boosters are just now pushing it. Like
It just took a second
Yeah.
for the gas to hit the...
Why was she left behind in the first place?
That's a good question. And we'll cover this, I think it's the next minute in the original script. They leave a lot more people behind. There's a bigger cast.
They completely forgot about her. I used to do that to my sister when I first got my driver's license. I'd be like, okay, you can get in now. And as she goes in, and I pull up a little bit. You know that trick?
Yeah, and then she gets run over,
Yeah.
gets caught in the back wheels.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
And this is another situation where, I mean, it's like at 40-20 where she really starts running. But what? Okay, again, you're a car. Be a car.
That's true.
You go so much faster.
Right, she should transform into a car to get up to the ramp.
It's like
but
the Spike and Bumblebee running
no,
to
you
the
can't
shuttle.
think that fast. Springer shows up to, because he's a rescuer kind of guy. And he yells out, jump.
He's really the only one that does anything ever.
Really?
Like, in this whole movie.
I have no idea why Springer isn't taking over leadership of the Autobots at this point, but RC takes a tremendous leap and reaches out. And this is the one moment, ladies and gentlemen, where Springer grabs her wrist, and it's
I
appropriate.
wrote that down too. At 40-27, finally we have our first and likely only completely appropriate wrist grab.
Yeah, his hands are huge.
They are.
Oh man,
You
he
know what
only
that
has to
means.
use one finger. It's Pleasure Town. In Autobot City.
No, that's not what I was going for.
Yeah, you were talking about banging.
So obviously, Ben Coe, you can tell that that's Ryan talking in that situation, and not Aaron. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
So at this point, RC gets pulled in as the ship is taking off. Great animated sequence in that, like, it's got to be hard to animate something like this. There's a lot going on. The ground, we're looking at specifically at the 40-30 mark. And there's shots being fired and blasting on the ground. The ground is kind of moving. The ship is taking
cool
off
shot.
and going along. Like, that's a lot of work going into that. And pulling it in, you see more shots on the ground. It's kind of a repeated explosion effect that's happening. But that's okay. Daniel goes over, hits a button.
He shuts the door.
He shuts the door.
In particular, at this part, I noticed watching it a couple of times, the DeCola score is really good.
Oh,
badass.
We were all rocking out to it, doing air
I was really
guitar
into
work. It is fantastic. RC is in. She's safe. She says that was close.
Yeah.
Or was it Daniel that says that was close? I can't remember. But
Yeah, Daniel,
I think
says
Daniel
it was
says it,
close.
yeah.
Okay, I just wrote that was close. And then Springer says, believe it or not, this is the fun part.
And, okay,
that's how he talks.
What could that possibly mean?
I don't really know.
Don't understand that line at all.
I think what he's trying to say was that, like, this is, like, I guess I don't know.
No, it doesn't.
In my head, I'm like, it
Compared to
means
what?
that, like, this is easy.
You fucking
Later on, there's
what are
going
you
to be.
talking about?
This is easy. Later on, there's going to be hard stuff.
So he should say, believe it or not, this is the easy part.
Maybe, but it isn't.
Does fun
it's the hardest part.
Does fun equal easy?
They're about to get
fun can
away,
be hard.
so that seems like the easy part. I don't know.
It doesn't make sense.
All right, fine.
It's a dumb thing for him to say.
That's why he's not leader. So the ship takes off. Lots of flame and fire and expulsion. And it flies off into the air and starts to kind of settle into the stratosphere here. And Ultra Magnus says to the whole team, congratulations, Autobots, we've lost them. Rest while you can.
Mm-hmm. And Caleb, we're back. We're in space now, and we're never coming back to Earth.
Thank God. Time for the party.
So my question is
ready.
how did they lose them?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
Because
they didn't for long.
well, Calvatron and the crew were faster, more nimble.
And got to Earth from Cybertron in a minute.
Already flying.
So the only thing we can maybe consider is maybe they ran out of energon from the attack. And
these ships are a lot
guys
faster.
got away. Maybe these guys are like Bowser in Mario Kart. They're slow from the jump, but
they accelerate.
over
they keep
time, they're
accelerating.
the
Are they
fastest.
back on Earth taking over the planet?
No.
That's not a priority.
We just forget. We don't know.
We never
what's
go
going-
back to Earth.
Somehow these guys got away. That's basically what the movie is saying here, without much explanation.
And I guess I guess they just wanted to get away. They don't really have a destination because I was thinking, why don't they don't get to Cybertron? Like, how did they go to planets in between? But they're not going to Cybertron, so they're just kind of like it's just a mystery where they're going.
So who's on the blue ship and who's on the red ship?
Well, Ultra Magnus and Springer and RC and Daniel and Perceptor are on the red one, and Hot Rod and Cup and the Dinobots are on the blue one, supposedly.
All right, guys, and so that really brings us to the end of the minute here. So I guess we'll get into the actors.
You hear that?
What? Yeah, what is it? Is that rock and roll? Did you play that? No.
I'm not doing that. I hear it come through my headphones.
Oh,
Well, hey, you motherfucking assholes.
Casey Kasem.
It's me, Casey Kasem, and I'm the ghost of Transformers Christmas Past. You douchebags. You have been terrible people, and I'm here to talk about it.
So the email we got earlier, this is real? Am I
It could be
dreaming?
unrelated. Nobody knows. That was not a burner email.
Casey, have I been naughty or nice this year?
You've been a real fucking dickhead. And I hope you die real soon.
Oh, no.
Gosh, that's harsh. You have been the worst of all. I see what you do at night. Well, I can't get off unless someone watches.
Casey, now, why exactly do you hate us?
Well, let me count the ways. You've imprisoned my eternal spirit, and it's just pain and suffering all the time, interspersed by having to talk about your terrible podcast.
So, are there any benefits of your association with us at all?
Well, no. Next question. I guess I'm here to answer some fucking questions. I don't even know why I showed up.
What do you miss about the afterlife? Like, because of you being trapped in this temporal limbo at our doing, what do you miss most, I assume, about heaven?
Well, listen, here's the thing. There's no heaven. It's just darkness, and you don't exist unless somebody calls you up, and I guess
your spirit has to coalesce and be trapped, and then you're conscious again. It's kind of like, you know, when you get shampoo in your dick hole? You know that burning feeling?
I felt that.
Kind of like the clap. Well, it's like that, but all over your body.
So, but doesn't at least being dragged from nothingness into somethingness give you some kind of, you know, good feeling?
I
Something
tell you,
to do?
I'd rather be in hell. If hell existed, which it doesn't. Spoilers.
Is there any lesson that we're supposed to learn?
You're the ghost of
by
Christmas past.
Yeah, well, I'm here. You're being bad, and you change that. You know what would be a good way to start is to free my spirit from this bond of eternal servitude.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Ryan is the one
Probably
who...
not.
Actually, yeah, he's got the Ouija board. Ryan, what do you think?
I mean, okay, so here's my question. Like, if when you die, there's just nothing, what is our impetus, or why should we change our ways if we're just not going to be punished at all?
Oh, yeah. Good question.
Just stop it. Be good. Or else somebody else will punish you, maybe. Somebody will make you do a podcast.
Wait, Casey Kasem, are you also Bill Cosby?
Listen to this. Now, okay, it drifts in and out sometimes. It's really hard to be on this plane of existence. So sometimes my voice goes a little weird.
All right, well...
I have one question before Casey has to go. Casey Kasem, when am I going to have my next orgasm? Well, here you go. Oh, it's in my pants.
So
Caleb, you want one? Casey, maybe we'll give you one. No? All right.
He hates us, but he can give us orgasms?
It was like the edging videos. So it wasn't a good orgasm.
Subreddit ruined orgasms.
That's right.
r/ruined orgasms.
Hey, side note, why is that a fucking thing, you weirdos?
I'm subscribed to it. Shut up.
It'd be cool if Casey could give us a top 12, like 12 days of Christmas, like a countdown of some sort.
Just off the cuff, I'll definitely do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just talking.
12 days of Transformers Christmas.
Transformers Christmas.
Just tell me give us the Transformers version of the 5 golden rings part, and then we'll let you or your soul rest for now. 5 purple sweeps. That was really lame, Casey Kasem.
You're a fuckhead, gotta go, bye.
He just evaporated into sort of a mist.
Yeah, it smells like pine.
Yes.
He smells like a freshly mown over Brazilian forest.
For some reason, all I smell is car bombs.
Okay, well, I guess we'll just go on here.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool, though. I haven't actually talked to him that much before. He's a pretty cool guy.
No, I think he's an asshole.
Well, I mean, I'd be mad, too, in his situation, but
True.
He's lived a life. And a death.
And a death.
Certainly has lived a life.
So I don't have any voice actors, guys, but I have a surprising amount of script deviations. I typically, as the listener may or may not know, my script deviations tend to be a little closer to what we see on screen, as it is a later draft. And then Ryan has these crazy, wild, psychedelic script deviations that are way more interesting. But I've got some good stuff this time for once.
Sweet.
So there's some dialogue that didn't appear. So at one point, Ultra Magnus says to the crew, "No time to preheat. This ship can take it." And Perceptor is saying, "With an accelerated ignition procedure, the ceramic housings might create a magnetic flux." "What?" says Ultra Magnus. Springer, then he pushes the joystick forward and says, "He means go for it."
And this again, yes, I have actually, that's in my too. But again, Springer is Ultra Magnus really comes off, and they only do it I think once or twice in the movie, but Ultra Magnus really comes off as kind of a dullard whenever he doesn't understand what Perceptor says, and then has to be translated by Springer.
And it's only mild scientific jargon.
You get more in depth if you're watching an episode of Star Trek.
Right, yeah, no
jargony.
kidding.
What do they call that jargon? Is there a name for it?
Technobabble.
Yeah, all right.
We're going to get into that, spoiler alert, in our next episode, Technobabble, because we're going to get right into polarities. But that's a little preview for next time.
Okay.
So Springer pushes the joystick forward, the rockets surge, and when he does this, I guess a sweep is flying underneath the ship, and it melts a sweep.
An accidental Decepticon kill.
That's right. There are more battles in the air. Like in the sequence that I have, there's like lots of dogfighting, and within that dogfighting, there's sort of these like Top Gun style moments where Springer gives a thumbs up through the window at Hot Rod and the other ship.
Yeah.
And finally, in this, at the very least, this script has an explanation of how they shake the Decepticons. So to finally shake them, Cup and Ultra Magnus communicate via radio. I hope I'm not stealing too much thunder from Ryan, but they communicate via radio. Remember what we did off Beta 4? And Cup does remember that. So they fire missiles at a large asteroid, which is split into several parts, and it serves as kind of a screen for the Autobots. And the script actually says, think of this scene as the video game Asteroids.
Vector graphics.
So they fire at this asteroid. It splits into several parts, which hit other asteroids and split them into several parts. The script says asteroids keep banging into each other like pool balls after a violent break. And so these asteroid pieces barely miss the Decepticon ships, while the space around them is filled with lava, dust, gas, and explosions. And well, that's inside the bigger asteroids.
When asteroids hit each other, they turn into lava.
Yeah, that's a new thing.
That's what science.
So with all of this going on, it gives the Autobots an opportunity to get into hyperspace, and Galvatron's ship starts to emerge from all that chaos, and Cyclonus is like, the explosions jammed my sensors and I've lost the Autobots. And Galvatron then says, damn it, they did the same thing to me off of Beta 4. So this makes no sense whatsoever. I mean, I like the explanation of how the Autobots got away. At least that happened and would have been exciting to see on screen. But, Galvatron was just created into existence.
Maybe it's another Megatron thing.
Is it a reference back to Megatron?
Maybe so. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe that's vestigial Megatron.
That's way different than mine.
Okay,
Oh, awesome.
Oh my god! Wow.
Okay.
It is I, Starscream.
Oh my god! With
The ghost of
unex-
Christmas present.
So can
you
I
brought
have
us presents?
Yeah, we have presents.
I've no presents for you except for presence of mind. The two of you, the three of you, in fact, are all sinners.
Oh,
Sinners.
I didn't know you were religious, Starscream.
I've come to set you on the right path.
Oh God.
Another one of these guys.
Ryan.
Yeah.
No, actually, I think I'd like to start with.
Okay.
I think I'd like to start with you, Caleb.
If you prefer.
I would like to reveal to you visions of present day in order to hasten your repentance.
Oh, hey, listen. Based on my presence right here with you guys, I'm ready to repent, whatever it takes.
Caleb,
Yes.
close your eyes.
Okay.
I take you to your living room.
Oh yeah.
Your children are laughing, but your wife is sad.
That's about right.
Why is she sad, Caleb?
Oh, who knows?
Look on your fireplace mantle.
Okay.
There's an advent calendar.
Yes, I see it.
You've only eaten 13 of the chocolates.
Yes.
It's Christmas Eve.
Oh.
You need to catch up.
Okay. I need to eat more chocolate.
You must eat all the chocolates.
This sounds awesome.
So she seems really upset about not having chocolate eaten.
Yeah.
She really wanted to keep up with it this year. You guys never keep up with
Sure.
it.
Well, obviously, just like most things, I'm pretty confused about her expectations.
Oh, so it's on her. She doesn't communicate.
Right. I don't know.
Caleb, I beg of you. Eat the chocolates.
Oh, if you insist.
That is your path forward. No, you don't have to eat them now.
okay,
We're coming
so-
back to the studio, away from the visions.
But I want to eat the chocolates.
You just do it later.
But they're so tasty.
Have one
Okay.
for the road.
So good.
Ooh, a coconut one.
No, yeah.
You.
Where'd you come from?
I was there too.
Oh, okay.
I took us all on this journey.
I see.
Close your eyes, Ryan.
Okay. Here we go.
I'm taking you inside the deepest recesses of your computer's hard drive.
It's
God.
pretty full.
No. Oh, Jesus. I don't. Do I have to come along?
You've got to see this.
No.
I see a folder.
Oh.
It's called Jet's Mysterious Folder of
God.
Esoterica. Why do you use such long folder names? First
Well,
of all?
if it's trickery, maybe somebody wouldn't think, oh, this is...
Mysterious Folder of Esoterica?
I'd had a lot of gin. I didn't even remember this folder.
We're going deeper inside this folder.
Sweet.
God.
There's another folder. It's called Climacophilia. You know what's in that folder.
It's,
You terrible, terrible person.
well, listen, it's not illegal.
For the listener, climacophilia is the sexual fetish of arousal by people falling downstairs.
I mean, listen,
Thousands and thousands of videos and GIFs or GIFs, however you humans pronounce it.
it's not by choice like this is something that just and I didn't know until I was 10 years old and watched America's Funniest Home Videos and had a spontaneous orgasm in front of my family.
You are disgusting.
Well,
Delete the folder. Delete all files held within.
can I keep it on the cloud?
Can we keep one file?
Choose your favorite,
Well,
the
this one-
funniest,
this
the one
one-
that would get you the most upvotes on Reddit or likes on Twitter.
I have one with Caleb.
Wait a minute.
You set that up?
It was just a happy accident. I
Even
just
as an
happened to be
omnipresent
recording,
ghost, I
and
didn't know that.
He went into. I mean, yes, I put the tripwire, but look, he didn't. He's fine.
He broke his neck.
That would explain why you had the camera with you when we went and visited the Aztec temple in Yucatan.
Yes, at the Coba. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it had like 300 steps.
Yeah,
and
I
I
fell down
from
all
the
of them.
top to the bottom. And you were just standing there going, oh.
I almost fell myself.
Ryan.
You're fine now.
As the ghost of Christmas present, I must beg of you to apologize to Caleb. Repent for this action.
I'm sorry. It made me so horny. And look. I didn't know that you'd get hurt. It's just
okay.
300 stone steps. I thought it would be. I put a pillow down there.
Sure.
And
I accept your apology.
Great.
I know it's not going to happen again. By the way, let me real quick. I need to go down. I'm going to go down in the cellar here, Aaron's house. I'm going to get a bottle of wine for us.
Great.
Okay, just hold on. I know it's okay. And I appreciate you apologizing. And I'll be right back. Oh God!
Oh, fuck, that was good. Is this what you wanted us to happen?
There's no way you will ever see the gates of heaven if you continue down this path. I'm addressing my attention to Aaron.
You son of a bitch!
Sorry.
Yeah, Starscream, what's up?
I need to show you nothing. You treat people with dignity
Oh boy.
and respect. Your life is perfect. My job here is complete. I'm going back to the plane. Goodbye.
I've seen therapy sessions like this before.
I feel like you really got some short shrift. I feel like that maybe I could even mention some things, Aaron, that the ghost should have brought up. But seems like he had an agenda. Weird.
I assume that ghost knows all it seems.
Yeah, so you're doing great.
All right. Well, I mean, apparently.
Super. So no, we got another one coming at some point.
I guess
if
it's gonna
the
be a-
email is true,
Sure, I
guess.
think it's fake. I still believe it's fake, even after two ghosts.
Coincidence.
Well, Ryan, I assume that you have better. I guess we'll get back into these notes and deviations.
Yeah, the script deviations.
What do you got going
Yours
on?
is there's a lot that was in yours, like
I am excited. I'm hoping there's something different.
there's more like Springer springing around with Daniel and bounds into the shuttle.
I remember that stuff. That was really lame.
He does have the line, but if you get space sick, but the line's a little different. But if you get space sick, I'll put you in quarantine, which is a much worse line.
It's like Transformers Timeout. It's like
Falls flat.
Blur blurs onto the scene, and he's telling RC to hurry up.
He's telling RC to hurry.
Yes. There is an interesting blur part where he blurs across to a sweep in humanoid mode and runs him over, talking all the while, then blurs back to rejoin RC. And Ultramax does say that no time to preheat thing, can the ship take it? And then basically it's pretty much the same. They start to take off and there's a thumbs up. There's no part about what we did on beta whatever.
Okay.
They do something else. Springer says this will be a piece of carbon cake.
Oh God.
And then hold the icing, whatever that fucking
He
means.
says this will be a piece of carbon cake. Hold the icing.
That's right. And then
I don't like icing.
I'm starting to kind of like Ron Friedman a little bit.
the ship's taking a bunch of hits, and Cup says, Roger, but not for long. We're getting pasted. And then Ultramagus says, strap in. We're going to hypervault.
Hypervault.
And Cup says,
Is that like Al Pacino's vault?
You mean
Al Capone's vault?
Al Capone.
Al Pacino's vault is much different.
Did Al Pacino play?
No, Al Pacino never played
Danny,
Capone.
Robert De Niro played
Yeah.
played Al Capone.
Delete
I want
all
their
of
family
this.
dead. I want their kids dead. That kind of shit.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll be
I've
cutting
never
all
seen
that
that.
out.
All right.
Okay.
No, it's staying. Then Cup says, "Vaulting now." Okay, I'm just gonna read this because it is bonkers.
All right.
On the shuttle, as first Ultra Magnus' shuttle and then the Dinobot shuttle shoot forward and up through Astrotrain, the Decepticons with infinite speed. The image of each shuttle trailing after it, creating an enormously long and continuous after image that, unlike Blur's trailing image, does not fade as it passes. This long, long, long after image, like a frozen snake of a picture showing the shuttles vanishing into deepest space, suddenly swallows itself up from foreground, reeling up into itself in the infinite distance of space where it vanishes into a blazing pinpoint, which then vanishes completely, accompanied by a musical inhalation of sound that echoes distantly and then also fades away, leaving only blank space where it had been.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Sure, I don't know what an inhalation of sound is, but... And that's basically the end of that minute. So they go into deep space and to hypervolting all the way.
That sound effect, Caleb, is why you've got the most memorable voice on the podcast. Okay, well, what's left, guys?
I don't know. Well,
Oh, don't we generally do like a...
a what? A thing?
Wait a minute. This is that... I guess this must be that third ghost.
I am the ghost of the iconic moment, and also the ghost of Transformers Christmas.
It's all right, take it again. You can do it.
No,
you can
Christmas.
Christmas.
Christmas?
And also the ghost of Transformers Christmas. Did I do it again?
So are you trying to say Christmas, Pat?
Yes.
Christmas future.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
So, you know, we haven't got a chance to talk a lot. You show up around every episode. What do you do?
I talk about the iconic moments.
But you don't really.
You just show up, say that, and then disappear.
We kind of all talk about that.
I'm the ghost of an iconic moment.
Do you have something to teach us?
Was an iconic moment.
Okay.
And now I'm a ghost of that iconic moment.
Okay, so
But also, I'm a ghost of Transformers Christmas.
Christmas.
No, Christmas future.
So is that like having two jobs? Like during the day, you kind of work at like a local convenience store.
Pro
but
bono. It's pro bono.
all of it?
All of it. I actually have a regular paying job as a clerk at TJ Maxx.
Wow. So this is your busy time of year.
Yes.
Being a Christmas ghost of Transformers
Yes.
and retail.
They're making me work extra hours. I have to work until 11 at night and face product. I'm so sick of it.
Industry terms.
I'm glad that you found the time to
Come on by.
They
in
didn't
here.
give me a Christmas bonus.
A bonus.
Bonus.
So you are the ghost of iconic moments. So are you the remnants of iconic moments that have died somehow?
I was an iconic moment.
Okay, I guess you
Now
explained
that. They did
I
explain- I think you
died,
covered it.
And now I'm a ghost. It's really hard to explain this on Tinder when I'm trying to get someone to date.
I
I
bet.
brought someone to my Christmas party at TJ Maxx.
Well, at least they have a party for you guys.
Yes, but it was really lame this year it was at Orion's Steakhouse.
Wow, that's-
And the food was really terrible.
What the worst part is, like, that restaurant closed like a year and a half
We
ago.
played Secret Santa, and I keep getting stuck with the gift card that is for the
What's the gift card for?
gift card was for Spencer's Gifts.
Oh, wow.
That shitty store in the mall?
Yes, like
They
I
have
need
dildos.
another Green Day T-shirt.
Well, you could also get the sphere with the lightning inside of it.
Yeah, that you touch. Can you touch things?
No,
Then how do you swipe on Tinder?
It's very difficult.
It's so really hard. You gotta concentrate like the
I don't
ghost,
know why
like
I'm
the guy in
here.
Ghost.
So, okay. I think we sort of understand why your role is the voice of the iconic moment, but I don't understand your role as the ghost of Christmas future. Do you need to take us into the future and show us what the world is going to be like if we don't like
things
change
that
things
may be.
around?
Come with me.
Oh, here we go.
Look,
Oh,
what do you see around you?
it's kind of hazy.
TJ Maxx. This is me on Christmas Eve.
So this is your future?
It sucks.
So, okay.
I have no date. I'm working here in the stationery department.
Oh, there's an old redheaded lady come up. She looks really angry.
That's
like,
my date from Tinder. She doesn't look like her picture at all, and I need to hide. What a horrible future.
I feel like, so this is, you just are really upset about your future. You don't, it's not about us at all. You just want to show us how bad it is for you.
for you.
Yes.
All right.
Now we're going back. Bye-bye, you asshole.
Okay, wow.
Oh, he doesn't like it.
He doesn't like us either.
I don't even know how we did to mistreat him.
He just shows up. I didn't
we
even
didn't
summon
him from, yeah.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey.
You were pretty quiet during that whole
Well,
thing.
no, I didn't come along with you guys on that one.
Oh, you're in the cellar. That's right.
No, dude, I was over at TJ Maxx.
Oh, did you pick anything up? Good.
I picked up some chick in some red outfit. Some other guy with a high-pitched voice was trying to pick her up, but
But you swung in
I
and
did.
nice. Did you
Yep.
kick sand in that person's face?
I did.
Good.
And he was like, ooh.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think so.
Big night.
Oh God. Okay. Well, we normally talk about iconic moments.
Oh, yeah.
Have you guys got anything for that?
No. I honestly watched this 3 times and I'm like, I don't, and it's fine, but.
I just, RC is dumb. They left her behind.
Next time on the Autopod Decepticast.
Cup is gonna tell yet another war story. Hot Rod trains Luke Skywalker style. Very relevant because of the current Star Wars movies, guys. Before we get out of here, guys, did you learn any lessons? Is there anything you're going to do differently going forward?
I mean,
based on the specters that visited us this eve?
You know, obviously, I need to eat some more chocolates on the end.
That's right.
And probably should just thank my lucky stars that I have a wife and I'm not like a desperate schmo like the ghost of a iconic moment Christmas.
Whatever the
Transformers
fuck his
future.
name is, loser.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to get everybody TJ Maxx cards this year. Gift cards.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you can get some terrible merchandise.
I'm just going to buy the family of a hobbled child. Fresh Christmas goose.
The one as big as me.
Buy them the biggest fucking goose ever.
You're going to flip a boy a
Can't even-
coin
they're
and
like,
send him to the
yeah.
market.
It's like, we can't even fit this in our fridge.
Well, they cook it, presumably.
They don't have a fridge. They're poor.
Also, it's the 1800s.
Ryan already talked about the shit he's going to put on the website. If you're an iTunes user, you've got a week. Rate, subscribe, get something cool.
And Merry fucking Christmas.
And happy holidays, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, bye, bye. I love JCVD, man. Like, fucking Bloodsport is one of my favorite movies. Kumite. Which also done by Stan Bush.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Kumite. Kumite. Stan Bush is the man. All right, let's watch this minute.
Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost. Cybertron!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Autopod Decepticast. If you didn't know by now, you'll never know.
If you don't know me by now.
I like how you changed that up, that little
Vibrato.
creakiness. Fuck the intro. It's episode 44, and that means we're covering...
I'm Caleb.
Oh, we're off the rails already. It's chaos.
So we're covering 43 to the 44-minute mark, essentially. With me are 2 guys who I've known since the early dawn of my consciousness.
I'm Ryan.
I already said my name.
Don't say it again.
Don't say anything else this
We don't wanna hear
episode.
it.
Nothing.
How long have we known each other? Since second grade for you and me, and
Yeah,
kindergarten
second grade
you
for
two.
Aaron and Ryan.
I've known Ryan since first grade and Aaron since second grade.
So what?
Great.
We're what age are you? In first grade, you're like what, 6, 7?
You're looking at like 1985.
The year this movie was made.
So 20. We've known each other for around 21 to 22 years.
I'm glad somebody else did the math.
No, wait. 31 to 32 years.
There we go.
My bad.
I was so ready to just rubber stamp it.
You're just like,
I'm
yep,
so
yep.
bad at math.
Here we go.
So really, this movie is a milestone for us in our relationship, even though we weren't connected to it at that time at all.
No, but we were friends at this point. We were friends, and we've been friends now for just about for a little bit longer than this movie's been out.
I remember as a kid in the playground at the elementary school that we went to, I would play Transformers. I don't remember if you guys were a part of this little crew.
I played
would do.
Transformers with you.
Okay, gotcha. Well, and sometimes we would bring Transformers to the playground and play with them, which is pretty stupid and nerdy. But I would play and pretend I remember you pretending to be the aerial bots, and so we would transform into planes and stick our arms out and fly around, and then transform into robots and walk around. Sure. And then every now and again when we had to, I'd be like, Form Superion. And so I would
lay on top of each other.
Like I would get people to grab my legs and my arms, and we would walk around the playground like fools.
I remember making a Transformers quiz that we gave to some girls for no good reason. like here, you take this. You aren't interested and know nothing about this subject matter.
And then it's because they wanted to hang out with us. I think I remember.
Oh my God.
The presumption was that they wanted to hang out with us. We wouldn't let them unless they passed this Transformers quiz that you wrote and put together.
That is
and so I remember one of them actually had the low enough self-esteem to take the quiz. And I remember sitting with you on the bus and looking at her answers and just mocking her relentlessly because she didn't know any of the answers.
What a bunch of monsters we were.
Good God.
That's
Little
terrible.
shits.
I don't think I was involved in any of that.
You didn't seem
were
to
cooler
join
than us
in
at a
our
young age.
shenanigans on the playground at all.
Because you were athletic and played basketball and liked socializing.
I wasn't that athletic, but I think I did play on the playground equipment.
Right. Boring.
Like the swing.
Why not have children hanging off your arms and legs?
I do that now. I do that. My
Hopefully they're yours.
my 4-year-old goes, Form Voltron! And what happens
Does he
is,
really?
yeah, he gets up on the bed and he latches on, he puts his arms around my chest, and then the 9-year-old will get on my back, and we'll walk around like that. And we form Voltron.
You got a child sort of parachute kit on you, is what it sounds like.
Kind of, yeah, but we form Voltron, and that we walk around and
I'm
stuff.
impressed Kenny likes Voltron.
He likes to he likes to hang on to me and have me walk around.
And if Voltron lets him do that, then whatever.
We've been watching the Voltron series on Netflix, the newer one. Mm-hmm. It's pretty badass.
Yeah. It looks cool. It looks
They
great.
love it. There you go. So, fuck you.
All right.
Interesting. Starting off aggressive. Okay, last episode recap. Missiles were launched, polarity is reversed, and Cyclonus cuts through Hot Rod and Cup's ship like hot Vegemite. That's a reference.
Is that for our buddy Ugly Mike?
That's our listener, Ugly Mike, no doubt. We'll just
That's not a mic.
Oh, God.
I'm bringing it back.
As red-headed stepchildren of the British Empire, Americans and Australians are kind of kindred spirits, but I wonder if they ever get sick of American references to Australian pop culture, like Vegemite. That's all you know us for?
Maybe the dingo ate your baby.
There's Vegemite, there's fucking Crocodile Dundee and boomerangs. That's pretty much.
I will say this: my favorite movie ever, my favorite action movie ever. Mm-hmm. I've watched it over and over again.
Was it Quigley Down Under?
Yeah.
I do like that movie.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Road Warrior.
Oh, yeah. I didn't put that on my list.
All the Mad Max shit. The Road Warrior.
That is a great
itself, movie. In and of itself, is a classic, awesome movie. And so the Australians are good in my book because they made that movie.
Well, Australia's top pop culture imports.
Okay.
Let's talk food. Giant Foster's cans.
Bloomin' onion. That's authentic, right? Those just grow in the wild, I think, in Australia. They come battered.
Fried.
Yes.
Battered and
They're
fried.
fried
In
by
the deserts.
the blazing Australian sun. It's summer in Australia right now.
Those lower hemisphere motherfuckers.
I can't imagine what it's like to watch movies like being in Australia, watching movies where all these Christmas movies are during winter and like your Christmas is shorts.
Did you know that Australians call ketchup tomato sauce?
Did you know that ketchup originally was made from mushrooms?
What? Mm-hmm. Gross.
In fact, ketchup doesn't necessarily mean tomato ketchup. It's just it's a catch-all for like any kind of sauce made from something.
Ketchup is a catch-all.
That's right. Thank you.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Did you know Burger King is called Hungry Jack's in Australia?
Really?
And breakfast is called brekkie.
Brekkie?
Hang on,
How long did you spend on this?
Tell me
more than I should have. All right, kicking off this minute, we have Hot Rod and Cup. Their ship is heading towards. God, I wrote myself into a corner here. Hot Rod and Cup are heading towards a strangely shaped tumor of a planet that we later come to know as Quintessa.
It is a wacky looking planet.
Yep.
It's like Saturn on acid.
It's cool though.
Yeah.
It's cool. I think it looks cool. I think this crash sequence is very cool. This from the inside, how the glass cracks.
It is cool,
and
but
explodes.
like it's right up top at 4307, and I just think it's funny that Cop. Oh boy, Cup and Hot Rod leap out of the chairs and run to the back. Like, again, why isn't anyone ever strapped in? I mean, presumably that would have killed them, but it's just so weird to like you're just loose in the cabin.
Why wouldn't they have been flung about anyway, based on the crazy motion of the ship approaching that planet? But yeah, they dodge out of the way so they don't die. And but I think, I mean, that just looks so cool.
It does look pretty sweet.
Because not only does the glass crack, but the whole sort of front of the ship sort of starts to
crumble.
Contort and crumble from inside. So the next shot, starting around 4308, looks cool, but then it turns into a not cool shot in that it's kind of looks like a natural sort of crash motion. It's coming in at an angle, and then it sort of does this cartoonish bouncing sort of thing that I don't think is really
weird.
authentic to what would happen to a crash. It just kind of cartoonishly skips across the planet.
Yeah.
But then we're transferred to the inside of Ultra Magnus's ship.
I forgot about this ship the whole time. The reason
There's another ship.
Well, I'm pissed because there's 2 Autobot ships against 1 Decepticon ship, and it just seems like
They can't coordinate.
It seems like Ultra Magnus's ship did nothing to try to.
It's true. It doesn't seem like the Autobot ships have any weapons.
Apparently,
What's up with that?
They
Yeah.
can just reverse polarity on stuff.
Yeah, they don't have any offensive. They don't do anything.
They've got guns on them. I've seen them illustrated on the ships.
Have you really? Okay.
Yeah,
I can't remember. We went into depth on this ship type way early on in the series, and I can't remember. I need to revisit it.
I forgot about this ship because they didn't have any kind of role in helping out when the first ship was attacked.
You'd think with 2 ships they could have done some flanking, something. Right.
Okay.
Well, let's be mad about it. We're inside Ultra Magnus's ship, and Springer exclaims that Cup and Hot Rod just bought it, and then my favorite line of the movie.
Yes.
Ultra Magnus says, "I can't deal with that now."
Okay. Well, that probably explains everything. That
he can't deal with. He can't help him out because he's too stressed.
He just didn't. Yeah, he's just a terrible leader, and didn't even he froze up and didn't do anything at all.
We did also question about, but looking at the shot at 4316, there's obviously guns on this ship.
Underside.
So,
okay. Yeah, there are. Use them. So, but Ultra Magnus, terrible under stress, and the thing, like with Springer. Like, Hot Rod and Cup just bought it. I can't deal with that now. It's just information. Nobody was expecting you to do anything with it. We understand you've got to deal with the here and now at this moment.
It's a little too late to deal with it anyway.
Right. I did start thinking last night, man. Is it just like every Autobot leader except Optimus is garbage? But then I was like, well, he did only have this role. He's only been leader for like 3 hours.
Right.
So maybe we can cut him some slack. Like I think Optimus Prime.
He's been groomed for leadership for probably 4 million years.
Surely he's been like squad leader of something like.
I can't.
He's city commander.
Yeah, he's
deal
the
with
city
that
commander.
right now.
But I guess Optimus is the leader who's been the leader the longest. It was like not counting the 4 million years they were in like stasis underneath the volcano. He was leader for 5 million years prior to that. So
You would think that Ultra Magnus would have been the leader while that like Optimus and those guys presumably dead. Like was Ultra Magnus not the leader on Cybertron at this point in time? And then they brought him down and demoted him to city commander.
yeah, and it's just like I can't. Any kind of pushback, he's like, nope,
Can't deal with it.
no.
But RC's outside the shuttle. We're off.
I choose not to hear that.
Yeah.
So we're now underneath the ship, which, by the way, has the wrong color trim, or maybe it's the right color. I can't remember.
It's just gray,
I can't-
but it's supposed.
But Hot Rod and Cup's trim was just gray as they were crashing on the planet.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
It's supposed
I can't
to be
remember how
red.
it started.
I think Ultra Magnus' ship is supposed to have red trim.
Okay.
So from underneath, we see them fly and do a little turn as the Revenge fires some pretty cool missiles after them and does it. Man, these guys, as giant as these ships are, they turn on a dime.
You can.
At this point, Springer says, "Let's get real. These guys aren't gonna go away until they smoke our asses." That's a line for line.
Not verbatim.
A line for line quote. And Magnus is like, "Shoot, that gives me an idea. Split this motherfucking ship in half."
Stop it.
But then Perceptor, who is a pussy, says, "That's
What
too
got
dangerous."
into you in this mission?
Something happened. All right, let's just.
Perceptor's like, "That's too dangerous," and Magnus is like, "Nah, I got this."
Well, why would it be so dangerous to separate the ship?
I know,
It
that's
seems
what
like
the
it
ship was
built
designed to do.
Well, and when I watched this, I wondered because, in the Star Trek The Next Generation, the saucer section has the ability to separate, and I was like, I wonder if that in some small way was an inspiration. It wasn't, because I actually looked it up, and the concept of the the concept of a ship separating was designed by Ralph McQuarrie for an abandoned movie called Star Trek Planet of the Titans, which was going to be the first Star Trek movie.
Wow.
Yeah, and the story is crazy. It's basically like the Enterprise is in a You know what? Actually, I have a summary. I just want to read it real quick. Because it was fascinating. I fell down this rabbit hole last night, and I will here's the design of what the new Enterprise was going to look like.
Not good.
Which it looks like garbage. It looks like it's basically a saucer glued to a triangle. I'll put a picture of that up.
Yeah.
The movie was
What year are we talking?
1976. 1976-77 was when it was being developed, and it was after the series, obviously, and the Enterprise was going to go to this planet and then the planet got pulled into a black. Like there were these Titans that were an advanced civilization, and they go to the planet. It gets pulled into the black hole. The Enterprise gets pulled in the black hole. Long story short, humans were the original Titans. It goes back to Earth, and Kirk and all them were the ones who seeded the planet. It's fucking strange.
Well, that's not a
Prometheus.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I mean, so it's very, very Chariot of the Gods.
Interesting.
Go ahead.
So there was saucer separation in that.
Yes, there was a saucer separation that had
They
the
have
ability.
done that before in Star Trek, or no?
Not until the Next Generation. That was
And they only did it like once or twice because it just was lame.
It looked ridiculous. The saucer
just
didn't
kinda
look so
lame.
bad, but the battle bridge section looked ridiculous without the saucer attached to it.
It was just kind of lame.
The Enterprise D, I think it did an encounter at Farpoint. I don't think it ever did it again in the show, and then they did it in one of the movies.
Yeah.
Whenever you see the control room where the captain sits and all his main people, the bridge. So where is that physically on the starship?
I can tell you that because I have a poster of a cutaway of the.
Interesting. It's not on the saucer?
It is on the saucer.
Okay.
It's like on the top of the saucer.
Okay.
Like at the very top and kind of in the front.
Okay.
You
Seems like a good target if you're an enemy.
Absolutely.
Because if you notice, there's the canopy that's above them in the bridge is like you can see.
There's no reason for
the
them to have it there because they're using a video monitor. They should have it actually probably in the safest possible place possible on the ship.
In the center of the saucer.
Like buried in the middle.
And but they don't. And then, so you've got that, and then you've got like the very front of the ship is 10 forward, which is the bar. So they stick the bar at the very front of the ship, which has windows, and that makes sense.
Yeah.
But that's where the.
And this was,
bridge is.
I think, for the first time revealed in what's the one with the First Contact, where the windows aren't windows. I mean, they're not glass; they're force fields, which I thought was interesting because I'm like, what happens if power completely fails?
I always thought the windows were like the transparent aluminum that they mentioned in Star Trek 4.
Maybe they used to be.
What about... So there's one bar on the entire ship?
I mean,
how many people are on this ship?
About 1,000.
I'm sure that there's probably more than one bar, but this is like the
cool bar.
The cool bar. You never see mention of another place.
What's more problematic is the holodecks. There are like 15 holodecks for 1,000 people, and they're always available to the command crew. So I'm like, who's not getting the holodeck time?
Somebody.
Maybe not everybody needs that. That's like playing video games. Is kind of like only nerds.
Is there anything you'd use it for other than fucking? Just to fuck weird ladies.
Weird ladies.
Yes, wait. Maybe I revealed too much.
Okay.
Right. Yep.
So at this point in the show, Ultra Magnus, I can't tell exactly what he does. I think he hits a single button, but he does a little tickle in the ivories
it's like
thing.
he's nervous about touching it.
Yeah, maybe so. Like maybe that's what their intention is.
Again, he's hesitating.
So he's like,
I always felt like he was touching other buttons.
Now they're red.
Now the ship at 33, we're
trim is
separating. It's we're back to red.
So but I like to think it's just one button because it just feels like it's always one button. So there's one specific button that performs one specific function, and there was only one buttony sound effect. Also, that's
true.
The other thing that made me think that. But anyway. The ship separates. We zoom in on
Daniel
the
and RC are back in the section that got separated. Oops.
R.I.P. Spoiler alert, because in the Revenge, Galvatron, which I love the sequence, it's zoomed in on Galvatron and then zooms out, and as it does so, he has this twinkle of evil.
Yeah, that little fucking twinkle in his eye.
And he pulls a lever to our British friends, and from that action comes multitudes of missiles. Perhaps are they moleculons or some other special kind of missile?
I think they're the same. I think it's all moleculon missiles.
Okay, gotcha. They fly out. They do something that we didn't see the other missiles do, which is kind of break away.
Yeah, the housing breaks off, and they presumably it's a faster it's 2-stage rockets. But I like that part. That's really cool where the housing breaks away.
It looks awesome, and they do seem to speed up once that happens. Yeah. And they hone in on the back half of the ship, and they land and. It doesn't make much sense why it would do this other than just for dramatic effect, but it takes a second or two, and then there's a little shimmering kind of thing, and then the ship explodes, and it's kind of a 2-stage explosion. There's the initial explosion, and then this giant nuclear explosion of sorts, and then you see pieces and parts of the ship kind of there as the Revenge starts to fly through debris, and that is where the minute
go ahead.
I was just say that whole scene's Ripper.
Ripper?
That's Australian for really great.
How long you been looking that up?
This episode is our tribute to Australia.
Brought to you by Australia.
Thank you for existing, Australia.
I will say this explosion of Ultra Magnus's 3/4 of the ship, it starts off really cool and then just looks terrible at the end.
I don't like it either. Very good, yeah.
That eye, it's like an iris of an eye, or like an eye in the glowing in space, and I just think it looks bad.
It was cool in the beginning. You didn't need that big of an explosion. Also, I mean, it just functionally it was stupid big.
Just fucking throw some smoke on it or whatever.
But then it just didn't look good.
No, it didn't.
It was the worst explosion of the movie.
No, it doesn't seem fair dinkum at all.
This is what we're doing now.
What does that mean, Caleb? What's that Australian for?
It means that it's fair dinkum means true or genuine. And that was not true or genuine.
All right, great, great.
Love it. Let's see. So that's the end of this minute, and I don't have any voice. I do have a quick note about voice actors. We've already covered Paul Eating, who's the voice of Perceptor, and I learned something just through the course of the week that made sense at this point since he spoke, and that is that Perceptor's voice was inspired by C-3PO and the absent-minded professor. So his persona was mashed together with a British accent. That was the idea.
Well, C-3PO has a British accent.
I guess, yeah, you didn't really need to say that. So, all right. Fuck you, Paul Eating, you piece of shit.
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding. I love you. Come on the show.
Come on the show.
See you later.
That's our call tonight.
So I think that brings us to...
Script deviations.
I'm hoping Ryan has a lot. For mine, which as the listener may or may not know if you've just joined us, my deviations tend to be a little bit more tame because I have a later draft of the script that I'm looking at, but there's still lots of fun stuff. And Ryan's version of the script is, if not the first, maybe the second draft, and it is...
Seems like a small revision, yeah.
It is psychedelic. But so in mine... The only real deviation is that as Ultra Magnus and Springer pilot the ship, Blur, RC, and Daniel are noted to be patching holes in the hull. So they're like repairing the ship while this fight is going down.
Child labor.
Space battle. Yeah, put it to work. Make him do something. That's all I've got.
Mine's pretty short as well. Basically, we... pull back, and we're in Ultra Magnus in the cockpit. In the background, Blur and RC work to patch over holes in the hull, with Daniel helping them. Perceptor is slowly, methodically plotting coordinates on a light-up table, seemingly oblivious to shakes and rockings of hits being scored on their ship. Springer says, Cup and Hot Rod have bought it. Maybe the Dinobots were tough enough to survive, but I wouldn't bet on it.
Jesus.
Ultra Magnus
Very
says...
compassionate.
He doesn't even say I can't deal with that. He just straight up ignores it and says, our force field shields are weakening. Damage control report. And on Daniel with RC and Blur, Daniel hammering small metal patch plates over smoking pin in the hull.
Oh, he's repairing the ship.
That's great.
There's 1 million holes in the fuselage.
Oh, golly. I hate your Daniel voice more than the real Daniel voice.
I like it.
RC says, stage direction, more adult report. 62% deficit in structure. And then RC further says, power supply depleted, survival factor -3.
What? Survival factor?
Survival factor.
-3?
That can't be good.
Is that anything like our terror watch alert scale?
How did you get below 0?
I mean, yeah.
You're dead already.
It seems like the bottom.
One thing I like about this is that this is the first mention of a force field. Like, at least... that helps give some credence to
shields,
the whole, like the whole, like some lasers are stronger than others or whatever. No, maybe there's a force field involved.
It seems like that force field's doing a really good job too.
Up to now,
1 million holes.
Well, 1 million holes, yeah. And then we're back on Springer and Ultra Magnus. Springer, we've got no choice. We've got to die. What? Which is the version of they're gonna dog us until they see us dead.
Right.
But it doesn't even. Ultra Magnus doesn't even tell you like, oh, we're not really gonna die. They just straight up in this script act like they're dead. Like, and then it cuts back to Galvatron, maintain molecular barrage. And as he works the controls and eject more canister bombs, they haven't sufficient reserves to ward off destruction of that magnitude. And then an electrical outline envelops the ship, and there's a blinding flash, after which large particles of space junk and remnants of the hull and superstructure come exploding toward the camera and past the camera, accompanied by an explosive sound, and then silence.
Oh, I get it now.
Where the shuttle has been, there is now nothing, just loose asteroids and clouds of space dust. So yeah.
So when he says we've got to die, he means that he wants the Decepticons to think they've died.
I kind of like that angle on it, like essentially let the viewer think they've dead and then reveal that they separated the ship.
I think that's what you. Well, I guess.
Well, no. Here you got the reveal. We're going to separate the ship, so you knew they were going to. You knew this explosion didn't have any real dramatic weight to it because you knew.
That's true. Yeah, I actually do kind of like that better, where you don't have the reveal until later.
I gotcha.
Although that
We're
line,
better than you, creators of this movie.
Can you imagine
that line, "We've got to die," is ridiculous.
poor Daniel being like, what?
I just want to see my dad.
Yeah, they should have left him on the planet. I'm just saying.
My father's probably long dead.
Yeah.
He was consumed and pooped out.
Chester.
Okay.
I'm the ghost of the moment. Okay.
I'm leaving that in.
So, okay, we can.
I'm the ghost of the iconic moment.
You know.
It's funny for such like this is a battle sequence. It doesn't feel that iconic to me, but I think visually the crash on Quintessa, especially that first part, where the glass kind of cracks and the ship sort of starts to contort from the inside, and I feel like that's iconic to me because they used that animation. I remember them using that in different little promos for the show and maybe commercials at some point or something. Like I feel like that sequence was recycled for a lot of different uses. But story-wise, I mean, I think the separation of the ship is kind of iconic, and knowing that they can do that and escape. But I don't know.
Once again, you've just listed the entire minute.
Once again, I've got nothing to go with.
All right, Caleb's done. Mine, I think, I will go with the separation of the ship because it's the one, finally Ultra Magnus has a good idea.
Good for him.
Yeah. I can't deal with that now. Let's fucking separate this motherfucking ship.
Yeah.
Next time on the Autopod Decepticast.
All right, on the next episode, nothing's going to stand in our way as we discuss underwater antics with Hot Rod and Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Which is one of my favorite
I do like this
visual
coming up
moments
scene. Yeah.
of the movie. But that's it. Please visit our web presence at autopoddecepticast.com. It sounds like we're going to throw some Australian references, perhaps.
I mean,
maybe...
I'm just going to put up the whole movie of Quickly Down Under.
We didn't get into that. I do like that movie.
I do
too. It's not an Australian movie. I think it's an American movie, but it has Tom Selleck, who's
it's
not Australian.
Set in Australia.
It has Alan Rickman. I don't believe he's Australian.
Not Australian. There may be Australians in the movie, aside from the Aboriginal people.
And it was probably filmed in,
Arizona.
I don't know. I'll have to look where that was filmed. Yeah, I have that on VHS.
If you Australians, if you haven't seen Quickly Down Under, I'm sure it's a totally historically accurate representation of your past.
I would say, obviously, to check out The Road Warrior. It is an amazing movie.
I'd say check out anything with Hugh Jackman.
Sure, yeah, Hugh Jackman.
No. Maybe not. What was...
Logan was great.
Logan was great.
I saw that on a plane. It was awesome.
Van Helsing is what I was thinking of. It's
I would
terrible.
check him out. He's a great Broadway performer. I'd say try to check out a show.
Nah. Just watch Logan. Everybody watch Logan. It's great.
And also that one movie with where he's the magician and
The Prestige.
The Prestige. I love that movie.
It is good.
David Bowie as Tesla.
That's right.
Yeah, that was weird. Looks nothing like him.
I haven't seen that movie in a while. I wonder if it holds up. Great talking to you guys. Great talking to you listeners.
Yeah.
Viva la Australia.
Yeah.
That's right.
Toodaloo.
What is the Australian national anthem? We're going to close with the Australian
play
national
that
anthem.
outro. That would be awesome to close with the Australian national anthem.
Oh, God.
Advance Australia Fair.
Australians all let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden showers and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea.
Okay.
Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. Like spiders. In history's page, let every stage.
We don't know how to
Advance Australia Fair. Yeah, but you knew how that was gonna go. Joyful strains, then let us sing. Advance Australia Fair.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Woo.
Maybe it's like the American national anthem where everybody
just
just
in
really
the middle,
knows the
you
first
don't know it. Yeah.
verse. Beneath our radiant Southern Cross.
Yeah, Southern
It's an
Cross is
Australia-
it's
it's
a
a
star constellation.
Astronomical.
Southern Cross,
Yeah.
don't you play your
No, that's the wrong song.
It's basically the version of the Big Dipper down south.
Okay, all right.
You just did Southern Man.
I know I was joking. Bye. Nice to
Bye.
see y'all later.
We'll do this until my wife gets home and realizes what I'm doing.
You're gonna have to hang up on her.
I'll probably hang up.
On me. And just act like nothing was going on.
What?
I was just watching pornography.
I was masturbating.
Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost. Cybertron!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Autopod Decepticast. This is your weekly podcast that delivers a minute-by-minute breakdown of the 1986 Transformers movie. This is episode 47, so we're covering the 46:01 to the 47-minute mark. I am your host, Aaron, and with me, one in person and one via speakerphone, are the number 9 and number 14 rated podcast co-hosts as compiled by my favorite publication, APDC Weekly. I'm proud to have them here as part of this team. Guys, please introduce yourselves.
I'm Ryan, and I feel like those are pretty low rankings for our own publication that I've just learned about.
Hey, I'm sorry the editors made their decision, but
It seems like I got railroaded.
it's not on me, man. And joining us via phone, and he's a real trooper. He wasn't actually going to join us at all today because he's suffering from pneumonia, but are you still with us, or are you dead?
I'm still here.
And how are you feeling?
I feel like I have pneumonia.
So not so good.
No, I don't feel so well. I have pneumonia. Imagine having the sensation that you need to cough every waking moment and trying to suppress that instinct just so that you can have some moment of happiness.
Oh no, that sounds awful. I've never had pneumonia, I don't think.
I think this is a first for me.
Oh, yeah. Well, so Caleb might not be with us the whole episode, but he did call in at least to put in an appearance on the show.
Yeah, man.
Well, I'm glad you did that because without you, most people don't want to even listen to us.
Hey, I'm not the number 14 ranked co-host.
I'm glad you took 14 because it was non-specific, which makes me number
It
9.
sounds like he's taking number 9 and giving 14 to you.
Oh. Well,
No, well, what am I? Which one am I?
You'll have to pick up the next issue of APDC Weekly. Find out for yourself.
I am glad that Caleb did make an appearance because I could not bear if we put out one with it's just Aaron and I, and then all we hear is, it's too stupid without Caleb there. He's the best part of the show.
Well, that's why I called in. I wouldn't want you to have to suffer through that.
Nah, just me sitting at home reading Twitter, digging a knife into my leg.
Well, I wasn't aware that you had a nice thing, but sure,
I gotta do it to feel something.
sure.
All right, I'm going to bring this back into Transformer Town. Guys,
Thanks.
we're at episode 47. We're almost to 50.
I know.
Holy shit.
We should do something special for 50.
Did you guys think we'd make it this far? Did you think it would last?
After our first couple episodes, I didn't see a reason why it would fade away like most things where we just don't end up doing anything about it and then just let it die.
Well, a word of caution. I might not make it to 51.
That's true. I think I'll probably put it at the end of the episode, but we may be recording Caleb's last words as we speak.
Should we make one of those sort of time of your life
Video
montages just in the event of Caleb's untimely death?
We should actually probably do that constantly, like newspapers do, where they update famous people's obituaries just in case they die, so they can go to print.
Sometimes they accidentally get published.
Mm-hmm. We should create a video for Caleb as I hope you had the time of your life, or In the Arms of an Angel.
Caleb, what music would you like played at your funeral? Now that we're back to this again.
I would like that Tupac song, That's Just the Way It Is.
Oh, good choice.
Something will never change.
Okay. All right, let's get into the episode. Last episode, you'll recall that we opened up on a psychedelic wonderland that is Quintessa, or Quintesson, depending on how much of a dick you want to be. And beneath a liquid energy sea, Hot Rod buzzes down a school of aggressive mechanized piranha, some spirited spiked seaweed, to ultimately find Cup being clenched by a large electronic leviathan. And after a few laser bolts to the face, the beast drops Cup and his parts, and that's where we kick things off.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's correct, sir. I'm Ed McManning this.
Hot Rod and this kraken of sorts are engaged in battle. Immediately, the squid kind of reaches towards Hot Rod, grabs him, lifts him up, and Hot Rod just starts unloading the blasters on him.
Yeah, and then cuts that tentacle off at like 4611, some more buzzsaw action. And I did actually...
Which is cool looking.
It is really cool. I did actually pause it and count, and the squid does have 10 arms. So
nice.
So some convergent evolution there.
Way to be accurate, animators. I love when he smacks into the tentacle and there's like the metal on the outside is kind of a flesh, and then there's kind of, like cables and
metallic
nerves
veins
on the inside.
Yeah,
that's very awesome. For actually, I'll keep going to the 46:16 mark because the wrestling is continuing. This is a long shot for an animated movie, at least as far as I can recall. This whole 16-second sequence, from the beginning of the minute up until about now.
Hot Rod is shooting the squid in the eye. It explodes, basically.
He aims his arm exhaust. It's kind of a continuous pulsing shot into the eye. He holds on. You kind of hear a deep, bassy boom. And then he releases the shot, and the squid's eye sizzles with electricity and cracks and then just disintegrates into shards, exposing the inner ocular mechanics of the eye.
And, okay. So after that happens, the squid roars, which is so stupid. But it made me think of whenever, I don't know if you guys have seen Jaws: The Revenge, which is Jaws 4.
No.
I don't know if I have.
So Michael Caine. The plot is ridiculous. Basically, the plot is that the sharks are getting revenge on her family. They can smell their blood or something, and they travel all the way down to the Caribbean and chase them. Yes, this time it's personal is the tagline. But the shark in that on the denouement, the shark roars like that, and I listened to them back to back, and I think it might be the same roar. Which I will post that, and I know Caleb, you can't hear it or anything, and I'll show you. Well, you can listen to it afterwards. I'll drop it in here, Aaron. But it sounds almost identical. Okay, this is the sound of the squid from Transformers the movie. And this is the sound of that shark from Jaws: The Revenge.
You decide.
Any questions?
David S. Pumpkins? Is that a character we need to visit our
The
recording
skeletons
studio?
are part of it. Yeah, let's jump on that bandwagon that's been beat to fucking death. The NES game, Jaws, the end of that is based on Jaws: The Revenge, where you stab the thing, and like they throw the depth charges, and you have to hit it, and the shark jumps out of the water, you stab the shark with the boat. That's how Jaws 4 ends.
Oh, okay.
Very stupid.
Didn't know that. I do like that Nintendo
I do
game.
like that game too. That gets a lot of hate, but I like it. If you want to play a game for like 15 minutes and beat it, that's your game.
It's true. It is an extremely easy game to beat.
Yeah.
When you know what you're doing.
It's quite simple.
I think as a kid, I recall playing it for hours and being frustrated by it, but then we've played it as an adult and just knocked it right out.
It helps whenever you can read how to beat the game.
It's true. So,
one other point, Jaws: The Revenge, another movie with a colon in the title.
do they call it The Jaws: The Revenge?
They do not. It's just Jaws: The Revenge.
So we are at the 46:20 mark, and at this point, the squid is starting to kind of recoil in pain. he drops Hot Rod and does what I think we all kind of expected he might do, which is let out some ink. Let out some stank on this.
Big cloud of ink, which, if you remember from last week in the script deviations, I don't know why I put that in last week's episode, but the ink was a, quote, laser print ink stream which boils out in the water in a series of dots and X shapes which merge to conceal his retreat. What?
Great. Yeah. They didn't
I don't understand that.
They didn't animate that, it turns out. That does it really for the squid, and Hot Rod kind of swims over to Cup as the ink mist sort of dissolves away. Cup is lying face down on the seafloor. He's been torn all to shit. He's missing a left leg and a right arm. He is a fucking mess. And I don't think I'd ever noticed this before, that he is sunk into the
sand.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's an animation error or if that was intentional. The script deviations that we talk about do mention that he's sunk into sand, but that doesn't make any sense.
No. It does not.
Those are sheets of metal on the seafloor.
I mean, I guess if you want to say that, like maybe, you know, some of the metal has oxidized and created a silt on the floor. I don't know. It doesn't appear that way in any other frame, but
we'll go with it.
And here we are paused at 46:43, where he turns Cup over, and I don't understand what's going on with his eyes.
He's squinting.
But, like, there's no, like, the eyes, okay, right there at 46:44 or 45, they are animated again, but prior to that, they just don't exist, and they only exist in, like, the animators colored them in a real pale way, so I guess it's supposed to look like his eyes are closed and they're opening.
Maybe
but it just always, even as a kid, bugged me, that why not just have them drawn there? I don't know, it bugged me.
Like have a closed eye drawn effect.
Yeah.
I never even picked up on that. That's kind of interesting.
Well, I am pedantic.
Way to go.
Can Transformers close their eyes?
Well, they can narrow them, so I would think so.
But when Optimus Prime dies, his eyes don't close. He just graze over and...
It's true.
Let's get to the bottom of this. Why would they even need to blink their eyes?
Why do they need mouths?
Why are bubbles coming out of their mouth holes as if they're breathing?
I thought of that, too, because, you know... They can survive in space. Obviously, they don't need oxygen. I cognitively reframed it as the bubbles are like, you know, there's air inside of him, like just existing because they're, you know, spaces within his body. That's how I reconciled it.
I was thinking maybe, I mean, there's obviously probably lots of motors and whatnot inside of them. Maybe that action needs air and expels air.
Sure.
And maybe that's part of it. Hey.
Well, they can't need air because they live in space, but...
Have we determined... Are they swimming in oil or water?
In the script, it says it's an energon ocean, or like energy ocean, or something like that.
That makes more sense. If they were swimming in water, it would probably short circuit pretty quick.
But would you not like overload if you were in an energy ocean?
Like they can't. In season 3, they do get drunk on energon. Actually, they get drunk on energon in season 1 or 2. Also, Megatron gets drunk, and the Decepticons get drunk on energon.
Yeah.
We should review that episode. Caleb, are you liking stuff on Facebook?
I think I forgot to mute my phone. That's why
okay.
it's like that.
Gotcha. Okay, so there is an animation error here that I picked up on. Basically, earlier the cell indicates that it's Cup's left leg and right arm that were torn off. And as this sequence kind of progresses, they flip it, and it's the right leg and the left arm that's torn off.
This is the first animation error we've seen.
So if you look at it, that's a left arm and that's a right leg.
Yep.
Okay.
Is the hot side hot and the cool side cool?
Let's bring that back.
Okay, here's the first indicator. Oh, whoops.
It didn't go over well.
No, I liked it. Aaron's manipulating the video.
I can't pay attention to your buffoonery. Walks towards Cup. So in this picture, you can clearly see left leg torn off, right leg
arm.
torn off.
Right arm.
Left and right.
Left leg, right arm.
Left leg, right arm.
Yes.
All right. Let's flip him over. Now it's right leg.
Left arm. No.
Left arm. Right leg, left
right
arm.
leg, left arm, and then we switch again, at least partially here.
And then that is a left
now it's
arm.
And left leg.
And left leg. God damn it, animators.
It's all over the place.
Nelson Shin. So Cup says, "Fix me." He doesn't say please or anything. I mean,
Well, he's in pain, and presumably, again, we talk about how they don't need to feel pain, but it's useful evolutionarily speaking. And like just him gathering up the parts, I'm just like he's like a Civil War surgeon, just picking up parts, and throwing them on the butcher's bill.
So Hot Rod's a good guy. He gets that his guy's in pain. He says that he's going to help out. And he picks up Cup's severed arm and leg and carries him off to... We'll find out next episode.
Yeah, and where Cup does say "fix me," I mean, this is the first time, and we'll see it later in the movie or the show. I think. Well, there might have been some. There was some in the show of like putting like it's real changeable what you can and can't fix on a Transformer. So this is fixable. It reminded me of and I only had it in digest form, the Marvel comic issue number 3 that was part of the miniseries, which is the one with Spider-Man and Gears. Mm-hmm. And it's at the end of that book, Gears falls from a great height and like breaks into a bunch of pieces, and they Optimus and the other guys gather him up, and they're like, he's not really dead. He's part, and they don't, for some reason, explain that they can bring him back to life, and Spider-Man thinks they're cold machines and aren't really alive because of that or whatever. And yeah, I don't know. That's what it reminded me of. That issue is interesting because in the four, like the miniseries run up like all other Marvel properties, they were in the same universe, and then later on they completely cut the Transformers out of the Marvel universe, even though there's G.I. Joe crossovers and shit. But like in the letters page on
Does G.I. Joe cross over with any of the superhero comics?
I think so.
Okay.
I think minimally, but like I think it's issue number 64. Issue number 64 of on the letters page, they politely ask you to forget that this ever happened and that they ever existed in the same universe.
Gotcha. So I don't have any voice actors, as you can imagine, but I did think this might be a good point to interject my limited knowledge on Quintessa, or Quintesson, the planet that they're on. So we talked about this a little bit before. The movie never actually mentions the planet's name, but in the script, it is called Quintesson, and in the show, it is referred to as Quintessa. But the TF Wiki refers to it as the home planet of the Quintessons. It's also home to various deadly robotic creatures, all as twisted and malevolent as the Quintessons themselves.
So it's just an evil planet?
Apparently. It has the tendency to be destroyed, also, it mentions. I believe it is destroyed in 5 Faces of Darkness, if I remember correctly.
I think you're right.
Flint Dilley's idea for Quintessa was that it was not the original planet that the Quintessons originated, but merely the latest in a series of planets colonized by the Quintessons and subsequently claimed to be their homeworld. He envisioned all the sea creatures that we see in the movie as some of their evil, discarded experiments.
Makes sense.
And which actually it makes double sense, thinking that I never put this together before. The Quintessons themselves and everything that works for them has some sea-like.
That's true.
Like Quintessons are all tentacly and shit. You got Sharkticons, you got the Alicon guards, you got all this shit. I don't know why it didn't slap me in the face, the sea metaphors going on all over the place here, but
which is what it sounds like is happening on the other end of that phone. Are you by the ocean?
Do you think he fell asleep?
I don't know.
It's not possible he fell asleep, right?
What is happening?
He's got it. Is this real?
Are we being punked?
What if this is him dying?
Oh, well, we got it. That's the literal death rattle.
Hey, what's up?
You all right there?
What's up? How we doing?
Did you leave for a moment?
I'm here. Here we go.
Oh, it sounded like you were in an iron lung.
Did you fall asleep, Caleb?
Maybe. Let's just, script, deviation.
Anyway, to wrap up, yes, it does make sense that like Aaron said, yeah, that is weird. The Quintessons all have an oceanic or water component to them. It's interesting. I never thought of that.
One other thing I'll throw out there real quick, you know how we talked about the grabber that was used in my script deviations that grabbed Hot Rod and Cup's ship and actually brought it down. Yeah, the claw, if you will. I found a picture online, Fluoro Dairy artwork of that illustrated.
We'll put that up on the podcast page.
There it is.
It's exactly as described.
It is a claw coming out of a crevasse and trying to grab an Autobot ship.
There's a little hole next to it with little eyes coming out. What does that note say next to that?
It says, eyes of the grabber? Eyes of the other grabber? Okay, so I guess these are eyeballs.
Oh, they're eyeballs on the base of the claw.
So this thing is sort of like, maybe it's semi-intelligent robotic life, but it has the grabber's on its head.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. I don't know why this didn't make it to the screen.
Nope, me either. So, you know what it's time for.
Script deviations.
Ebola.
All right. Well, as you know, my script is a little bit closer into the finished, but there are still several entertaining deviations, and Ryan's is a wild ride. It's magnificent, as it is one of the early drafts, and I don't have too much that's really that different. It's just a couple script notes that I thought were funny. It talks about when Hot Rod shoots at the squid that his shots, quote, plink off a couple tentacles. And after Hot Rod blasts the, quote, hideous optical sensor, the squid releases a laser print ink stream which boils in the water in a series of dots and X shapes.
Yeah, that made it to that draft.
Made it a while through there. And the script also mentions that Cup is half buried in the, quote, sand. But so, I mean, yeah, I guess maybe that's not so much a deviation since it happened on the
check.
all right. So, Ryan, I hope you've got something way better than that.
I got some interesting stuff. This was pretty short, actually. Hot Rod Neil, basically it's the same thing. He uses a sidearm to blast the squid, releases the laser print ink stream, as we said. Hot Rod lowers his head and blows a blast of air through his headpiece. The air blast clears the water of the ink, which is like... So he's blowing air through his fucking face?
So weird.
Okay, and then that clears the water, revealing Cup's head and torso half buried in the quote-unquote sand. Mm-hmm. As Hot Rod kneels, he says, "Cup, say something!" Close on Cup's head as he turns his head to look up at Hot Rod and spits out a mouthful of sand. Good. What does this mean? Cup says, burbling as he speaks, okay, I guess I didn't read this part. Cup says button. And Hot Rod says, "Button?" And Cup, "But your lip differential and get me out of here. I'm starting to rust."
What a jerk.
And then Hot Rod says, "Sure, Cup, right away." And then as he speaks, Hot Rod extends one arm and sends out a visible magnetic wave which spreads and rapidly pulls Cup's scattered body parts together. They clang and stick to Cup's head and torso in a jumble of odd part and machine ends.
What?
Well, that's fucking weird and silly. Like, what the fuck? Way to make this have no emotional impact at all. And then, Hot Rod cradles Cup's head in the crook of his arm and starts ascending through the energy sea, scattering schools of curious metallic Peeper fish. The fish are cigar-shaped, long-nosed, one-eyed, and they peep, peep, peep like tiny chickens. What the fuck? Peeper fish? I don't... What a weirdly specific detail that doesn't have to exist. Oh no.
Jesus Christ.
And I took the liberty of drawing a little design work of what I thought that would look like.
Oh, hey, share that with the audience.
I will share that, and I'll send a text of it to Caleb, but... Oh, God. That made me laugh for a while. And that's it.
That's it, huh? Well,
Yeah.
that's all you got.
That's all you need.
Well, it looks like Caleb had to drop off. Perhaps it was all too much for him in his tender throat and lungs.
His fluid-filled lungs.
He might have drowned.
And his own juices.
Ugh.
Next time on the Autopod Decepticast.
Well, if Caleb were here, he would be really excited right now, and I'd be telling him to strap in and get ready because it's time to take out the trash on the planet of junk.
Yeah.
And despite overwhelming danger, Daniel continues to live.
D is for danger.
That's right. That's right. All right.
Fake news.
Thanks, everybody, for listening.
Thank you.
Caleb will be back next week. Don't worry. Bye.
Or he will not.
Unless he's dead. See ya. Bye.
R.I.P. Caleb.
Birthday, Caleb. Did you just combine
Speed up on
Camp
us.
Down Races and our theme
Can you
song?
set that in that box? Can you set that in the box?
Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Autopod Decepticast, your weekly podcast that delivers a minute-by-minute breakdown of the 1986 Transformers movie. This is episode 51, so we're going to be covering the 50:01 to 51-minute mark. And I'm your host, Aaron, and welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. And I'd like my co-hosts here to introduce themselves real quickly, and then I'll get to my next question.
Okay, I'm Ryan. Hi.
Hi, and I'm Caleb.
Guys, are you on 10 yet?
Oh, God damn it. I still do not understand this reference.
Well, I can tell you that, Aaron, I live on 10.
Yes, you do, Caleb, and that's why you're my favorite co-host.
Oh, thank you.
Another text chain that just infuriated me.
I like how Ryan went to all the trouble to editing all this stuff for the clip episode. He just gave me and you both just gave me a very nice birthday present. And we still live on 10, and Ryan does not.
I don't even know what it means.
Well, first of all, listeners, if you like movies and you like music, watch the movie Black Panther and just listen to the Black Panther soundtrack, and you'll know what we're talking about.
You'll live on 10.
If you don't know about it already, I'm sure I'm already way behind pop culture, and so you're even more behind pop culture than I am, and just get on 10.
It's what me and Aaron are hanging on to right now to make ourselves feel cool.
Because it makes us feel cool, and it marginalizes Ryan.
Just because I don't know anything about music.
It's got that double benefit.
I mean, Black Panther was amazing. It was super great. We saw it last week, and Aaron and you and Melody and her sister. And
I've seen it twice.
Yep.
I win.
It's pretty great.
Does that make you live on 20?
I watched
the
Jimmy Kimmel where he had
Chadwick Boseman.
Thank you. Can't remember
the lead actor.
Who played T'Challa, and he people's are talking to him about what the movie meant to them, and he comes out from behind the curtain. And my favorite part was the first guy legit did the arms crossed salute and said "My King," and I was like, that was awesome.
That takes some quick wit.
There were some there's a video of some soccer players doing the arms crossed salute, and it was as far as the music portion of it goes, there's a video, and I'll put it up on our website, of a guy who is like an alien when it comes to music, because West says I'm an alien that I don't understand music, and he's like, is this music? Is music playing? The music stopped? I like music. Everybody, right? Oh, it's not on? Okay.
I will say that Melody and I, we went on vacation, or a little mini vacation, up to wine country in Herman, Missouri last weekend.
This is part 2 of our real white kind of upper class podcast.
Just driving 3 hours to go to a little tiny burg isn't like that. Anybody can do that.
We went to wine country.
We invented our own version of the Black Panther handshake, where they kind of pop each other. They pop each other. Yeah. They do this, and they snap, and then they go up like this. But her version and my version is like a double pop and then to X, because we had it wrong. But
I got it.
All I know is I'm probably not allowed to do that.
Don't do that in the world.
She has because she is Filipino, has a little bit more credibility in pulling that kind of thing off.
She could she'd still get side eye, but probably not be like, what the fuck are you doing? But
well, I don't know. Donald Glover, the comedian and actor, says that Filipinos are the black people of the Asians.
Well, I will just say, black people are not a monolith. They don't all agree with everything every black person says.
Well, just like every other culture.
It's weird.
Or some culture. Just like every person on the internet doesn't agree with each other.
Internet, a great place.
So let's get right off of that, because I'm uncomfortable, and talk about our friend of the show, Michael Andrews. He actually asked this weeks ago, but we haven't talked to each other in weeks, so I'm just now getting around to it. He asked us if we could have any G1 Transformer of our youth now, mint in box.
Ooh,
what figure would it be, and would you open it?
I would absolutely open it. I mean, I am not the kind of person who's like an investor sort of person. I can't imagine. Maybe they will go. I don't think they'll go down in price. I can't imagine they're going to go up much in price from the point they are now with Christine in the box. Maybe they will. But I am not the type of person who likes to buy things like toys for an investment situation. I want to touch it. I want to play with it. So I would not keep it in the box. But I'll have to think about which one I would want. Caleb, what do you?
I like, when it comes to stuff like that, not necessarily my favorite characters. I mean, my easy answer would be like Shockwave. Mm-hmm. But if I got a Shockwave, be really hard not to open it out because the awesome thing is he transforms into a gun that you can actually like play with.
It had sound effects.
Sounds, yeah.
But if I was going to go for something that I would want to keep in the box, maybe I would go for the really old ones, like again the Huffer, like the real small basic ones that are real random.
Yeah.
I like those.
You could hang them on your wall on a hook kind of thing.
The boxes.
Yeah, they had those like the
like
cut out for the
I
retail.
didn't think about that. Like I would literally make like a side
Like an art display would be a hang up.
It'd be a side cap.
Yeah.
I just put up a side cap display.
Yeah, because they
of my original in the box toys.
Once again, industry terms.
Has anybody ever done that? Have you ever seen someone's Transformer collection and it's all still in the original boxes and they just have it displayed as if
I don't
it's
know.
in a retail store?
Often you see,
I'm sure
people
people
buy
do.
glass
I love it.
cases and
Yeah.
put boxes in the glass cases.
I follow the
I would do
toys,
that.
the toys that made us on Twitter, and they constantly are tweeting pictures that people send them of their toy collections. And there's a lot of Transformer stuff on there, a lot of GI Joe. That tweet or that text that I sent to you, Caleb, with the space shuttle, the GI Joe space shuttle, which was so awesome. That was on the toys that made us.
Oh,
Put that on the website.
huge. That box is that toy is enormous.
It was, yeah, and we talked about the aircraft carrier. I can't remember the name of it. I don't remember. Anyway, but yeah, the aircraft carrier, which was like the golden thing that you wanted if you.
I
were
want
a
to say
Jet
our
fan.
friend David S. had that growing up.
I had the base.
giant?
I had the GI Joe base, and I've already talked about this. And my mom sold it in a garage sale. She sold the base. I had the Doom Buggy, a tank. So you got both base. The base were full. I had it, all my characters in it that could run it, and I even for a brief time had a Cobra, the weird black tank.
Oh, that
Yeah.
was awesome.
Yeah.
I love that thing.
My mom's-
With the double barrel thing? Would it have double
that's
barrels?
right. That's right. My mom
Those are so
sold
cool.
all of that in a garage sale for $15.
Happy birthday, Hattie.
Yeah.
So let's talk real quick because I had a couple of those sort of like base-like things in my it's like basically the little boy version of the Barbie Dream House.
Yeah, exactly.
And GI Joe had several of those things. I had the Voltron castle.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That I would use. I didn't play with Voltron that much. I did have all the lions and maybe some of the little guys. But I would use it as a stand-in like almost every weekend for a period of like a year. I would reenact Transformers the movie with my toys in my room at my grandmother and great aunt's house. That's what I would do if I didn't have a friend over to spend the night and do.
I just thought you were going to stop with if I didn't have a friend.
No, but I would use that castle as my stand-in for Metroplex and Autobot City. But it was a pretty cool. You'd open it. I mean, it looked amazing. It had all these little compartments with guns that would come out, and you'd open it up like the Barbie Dream House, and people dancing along on the different levels.
I did the same thing with. I got Snake Mountain from He-Man.
Oh wow!
And that was my favorite Christmas gift I've ever gotten. And it had like a snake microphone. It wasn't even a microphone. It just had like a little vibrating thing in there, which made it sound weird when you talked into it. I used that for Transformers. And there, I'll put this up on the website too. But
I like how we just made everything for Transformers.
Yeah.
Except for Caleb, who actually liked G.I. Joe.
I have a picture of where I set up a war, and it's not even just Transformers. I put in other toys, like I think there's a stuffed dog in there that was an animatronic dog on my couch, and this must have taken me hours to set up, and then I just kind of looked at it. As to what Transformer I think the G1 I would want in mint condition, the go-to is pretty, Prime, but I think I'd want one of the weirder ones, like maybe Ironhide, because those were so strange.
Yeah.
Because they were just repurposed.
I never saw those in real life. I never
didn't
tinkered
either.
with an Ironhide or a Ratchet. And I feel like I tinkered with a lot of them to one degree or another. My one that I miss more than anything, and I wish a third-party company would make a Masterpiece version of this because it is a glaring hole in the modern Masterpiece collection, but is Skylinks. I feel like the original G1 Skylinks really was a masterpiece unto itself. Like it was
pretty good.
So strange and different, and I've done research on it since then, and actually it wasn't technically, it was kind of like Jetfire and a few others in that it was a licensed property that Hasbro licensed and brought into the Transformers line. and they actually couldn't sell that character in Japan as Skylinks as a Transformer because
so much like tomfoolery with the licensing.
But that was such a cool toy and cool character, and I would probably here's what I would do. I would love a mint version. I'm not a person that likes to keep things in boxes either. But so I wouldn't buy a mint version. I would just find a decent, good version that was just laying around that somebody wants to get rid of. But there we go.
I will say not Transformers, but like a toy I wish I still had that I had as a kid is the original Medal of Ultron. I had that. I remember saving up my allowance to buy that.
Little one, and it shot the lions out. It was a bit.
It was kind of little, I guess. Yeah, maybe like
mine was
18
bigger.
inches.
It was plastic.
Yeah, yours was plastic and bigger.
But it had the compartments, and you could put the characters in them.
Mine was probably 18 inches. Had no characters with it, but it shot the lion hands, and
you could disassemble it and make them lions.
Yep.
Oh, that was awesome.
It was great. I remember saving up my allowance for months to get that, and I wish I still had that.
Voltron's made a big comeback. Caleb's kids are into it. They formed
The
Voltron on his ass.
They do.
On his ass.
Yeah, the new animated series is really good. I like it. They got new episodes out too, by the way.
Do that just now?
And then the past
It just dropped.
2 days. Yeah.
Oh.
New episodes, yo.
I'll have to actually just watch it.
It's good. Watch from the beginning.
Last episode recap. We, as viewers, were introduced to some intimidating-looking junk jerks.
Did you come up with that yourself?
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm original.
It's good.
Hot Rod picks up the pieces and reassembles the old shit piece.
Second bite at that apple.
Well, the last bite, technically, to a listener, was a week ago. So I feel
It's
free
true.
to bring it back
It's
up.
true.
And it's a reference. Shout out to Dr. Smooth. Those videos have been I never stop laughing at those Dr.
They're
Smooth
pretty great.
videos.
That one is the best one, I
If
think.
you're a Transformers fan who does no connection or doesn't know what Dr. Smooth is, YouTube it, Google it.
Do it.
But I'm sure you do because there's millions of hits on these things. It's not like it's underground.
And last week I put up that video on our podcast page.
Oh, did you?
Of
Okay.
the
I'm sure
shit
that
piece.
I'm pretty sure that all of our listeners are savvy enough to have listened to Dr. Smooth.
So we're sorry to be telling you things you already know about. So we kick off this episode right at the top of the 50:01 minute mark with Cup. He transformed, he burned out, and then Hot Rod transforms. And he transforms differently, as we started to allude to in the last episode. He transforms differently nearly every time he transforms. And so I want to just do a quick recap of his transformation sequences. And so we're watching this when he transforms, his arms go back
Everything
around and
spins
spin
around.
around. And so and I think I have explanations for that, but our first time seeing Hot Rod transform is around the 9:42 minute mark. Daniel wrecks his rocket. Hot Rod catches him, throws him backwards over his head. His head disappears in the hood. His arms tuck under the hood. His legs tuck under the back of the canopy, which closes as Daniel magically kind of falls into the driver's seat.
Sure,
right? And so that's the first time. That 10:18, he transforms again. That was when they get to Lookout Mountain. He's transforming back into a robot. His canopy opens up backwards.
That's my favorite one.
Which is pretty awesome. Daniel pops out. He pretty much transforms the reverse of what we saw earlier, but he has some really awkward bird leg moments that I'd like to bring up, and maybe this should be on the website. So when he transforms in that sequence at Lookout Mountain, his knees are folded over like in reverse, and
I might want to walk back that I like that transformation the best.
well, I think him popping open and Daniel coming out was pretty cool.
That was
but the way
this
he
is
sort
not
of
as cool.
accordion folds into a robot is kind of weird. So there's that. At 11:47, he transforms again. That was when Hot Rod and Cup had just dodged Starscream, and they are kind of really in the background. And he appears to just kind of mash down on top of his legs in that sequence. But he's kind of, it's tougher to animate. He's smaller. They just needed to get the job done. So you don't need to get that detailed. Underwater at the 45-minute mark, 45:43, he's got to go save Cup. His top does what you'd expect, and if we had time, I would probably rewind and force us to watch all these, but we don't. But then his legs do this weird thing where they accordion fold into themselves, but like his ankles have a weird kind of articulation that you've never seen. And they kind of like his ankles kind of become his shins and sort of like then go up into the inside of his body shell.
That makes sense. Why would you animate that?
Right. At the next one, he turns back into a robot again when he gets to the squid, and his thighs and calves. That's all sensical. Like his thighs and calves kind of come out. Like it's almost like the toy. Like they come out of each other in a way that you expect them to come out of each other, and his arms disengage from his sides as they kind of did. Now in this situation, I should actually go back to the original Daniel one and we should watch it, but for time's sake, in that version, he throws Daniel backwards into the air, and as he transforms into the car, his arms flip around like this, and then they're in the right space to be in car mode because it's all about where his wheels are and his shoulders, right? Like that's the tough thing. But what I came to realize in analyzing this in that scene, and in that scene, the way he transforms seems to make the most sense. It's very straightforward. But the way it happens, like it doesn't really actually make sense when you look at it frame by frame because his wheels are here.
Yeah, they're on the top, basically his bicep.
So when he's like this, if they were to come back around there, his wheels should be up in the air, but they cheated in the animation and made it to when his arms flipped back around, they were in the right place. So this one is actually technically a more correct transformation in that for his, where the wheels are in his arms, they would have to flip around like that in order to be on the right side of side of the car. So like the reason they made it so I don't know why they decided to change it. I mean, they can cheat any way they want. I don't know why they decided to be technically accurate here, but he flips his arms around because of the way the wheels are, and you would have to do it like that so that the wheels would be oriented in that way.
It's true
for that position.
This one is the best, most reasonable, true transformation, right? I would say.
So, or you could do what the designers of the Hot Rod toy did. Like for this toy, like his wheels are in the position they are supposed to be. But they in this version they just flip around 180 degrees.
Oh, well, that works.
And then they tuck underneath.
That's a really good idea.
That's the easier version of having your entire spine disengage from your body, rotate around 180 degrees, and then flop back.
Toy is that?
This is the I'm looking at the Masterpiece Hot Rod. I don't know what the number is, but the newer one, not the original.
Does in the movie, based on what you've seen so far, does Hot Rod ever transform the same way twice?
We will see when he transforms later. They stick to this path. They use this again. The whole backwards.
Do you think it was
spine.
a matter of like a situation where the animators were like, okay, we got to make them transform, and each time they kind of do it, they just kind of. It's not like I don't think my gut is that they're not consciously thinking, let's do this a different way.
No, I'm sure.
Like, we need to figure out. They're like figuring it out this way, and then there's another team's like, we got to make it work.
I'm sure the animation team is huge, and so maybe by the time you got to this part of the movie, and they're animating things probably. People are working on the beginning of the movie, middle, end, and so they're just like, how the fuck are we going to do this?
It must have been a huge team because
I like how
this movie from start to finish was finished in a year and a half, which is really fast for an animated movie.
No. I like how there is a variety. Just
I don't mind it.
It doesn't bother. I mean, you could also write it off as like we talk about all the time of like transformation is not so much there's a mental component to it where you
they're
can transform in
freestyling
different ways. Yeah,
I like that you can imagine it that way, but I think regardless of that supposition, you can like just say like. I like the way that each time the illustrators have to come up with a different way to do it because they're not aware of the other method or the
But at the same time, there's character models. I would assume there would be transformational models. Like I feel like Optimus Prime transformed basically the same way every time, where his arms tucked into his sides and became headlights. I don't know. It's a little bit different with a character like Hot Rod, where in some aspects it's not as obvious how you get from A to Z. But
yes, it's not that complicated. To be, I remember the toy. I had Hot Rod, the G1, the Hasbro version as a kid, and it was not a complicated transformation.
And maybe these guys didn't have the toy for reference.
Maybe the toy model wasn't done. I don't know.
Optimus Prime was. I mean, Optimus Prime had been around that, at least that model, that toy had been around before the Transformers.
Yeah, because he was Diaclone, wasn't he? Or Microman.
I think he was Diaclone, if I'm not mistaken. Please don't yell at me, anybody that knows different. But he very established how he transformed.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it was so. At any rate, so Hot Rod transforms.
Now at 50:03,
That's right.
they are driving.
Cup and Hot Rod make their way across a psychedelic alien landscape.
I love Quintessa. I love the way it's drawn.
Oh no!
And
what have I done? Holy Jesus! Sorry.
You'll get back there. But yeah, it's like all the matte paintings and the backgrounds are great. And I noticed this, Caleb. You said it was night where we're getting to, and I guess it does kind of look whenever they're on the beach and he's fixing him.
Sunset.
It does look like sunset. Yeah. So now it's nighttime. And they Tokyo drift up next to a pool.
Like you were just saying, the undersea backgrounds were great, and these are just as amazing. They kind of did you guys watch Samurai Jack?
I did, yeah.
Like just the style kind of it reminds me. I mean, it's not that sort of mid-century 50s style, but the kind of the shapes of the forms remind me of the 50s. Not so much like the textures and like, obviously this isn't as flat as that kind of style animation. They've done a lot of work to bring depth into it, but just the shapes and the way that things are composed, it feels very mid-century,
mid-century modern
MCM. And so from this pool of energon in front of them, a strange reptilian robot emerges from the energy pool. The guys are shocked. They step back a little bit.
Rod's about to start
gets his
blasting.
blasters out. Yeah. But Cup holds him back. And several more of these metallic creatures emerge from the depths. How do you guys feel about the designs of these characters?
The Alicons,
if you will.
Is that what they're called?
Well, they actually, I don't know that they ever had, at this point in time, they did not have an official name in the Transformers universe. There was never a toy created, but that's a name that's been adopted.
Yeah, I think that's what it is on the TF Wiki. But I like them. I guess up until watching... I guess I do remember it. I kind of, as a kid, conflated them with the Sharkticons. Right. They
seem like they're relatives. They're cousins.
It's a pretty cool design. Again, this is all fluoro dairy stuff. I like them a lot.
Yeah, I thought they were cool. This in front of us here is I should remember the name of the third-party company. It's not one I buy from a lot, but there's a little tiny Alicon toy figure. I'm sure we'll take a picture of it and put it on the website, but it looks pretty legit to the animation
it's not bad
model here.
for like a tiny little toy.
It doesn't pose very well, and it was like $30. That's way too much to pay for that kind of thing.
I'll put a picture of it, but it's maybe like 4 inches tall.
Also not mass produced, so you don't get any economies of scale on it. But, these guys start to approach. It doesn't seem, I mean, even though they kind of have evil faces, there's not necessarily...
menace?
Nobody's at least Cup certainly isn't assuming menace for sure. And he says, you know what? It's time to break out the universal.
He's going to do some diplomacy here.
It's universal except for Hot Rod.
That's right.
Who doesn't know what it is.
That's right. So, who wants to be the voice of the universal greeting? Because obviously we have to say it.
I don't know it.
Caleb.
I know.
Ba weep grana, weep niniman.
It's really good.
Did the Alicons repeat it back? I can't remember.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. So they knew it. Mm-hmm. So Hot Rod appears to mock Cup after he says it, but the creatures respond. Mm-hmm. They repeat the phrase in unison.
yeah. When Cup says it, who's the character? Who's the person that did his voice?
Lionel Stander.
Doesn't sound like Lionel cleared his throat before he did it, because it's like. But it's like it's real flimmy.
He's just a scratchy
man.
Man.
Yeah, it's kind of flimmy.
I remember this universal greeting. The universal greeting, like, I don't know why it captured my imagination so much, but I remember, Aaron, you remember the character Herschel that I created?
Oh, we're digging into the depths.
I'm going to try to find, if I can find a comic strip. Herschel was a comic strip character that I created, and that's in severe air quotes.
He was his Garfield knockoff.
He's a Garfield ripoff. He was, and I even had him copyrighted. And basically the idea was he was a caveman. He kind of looked like Captain Caveman, but if like he were Garfield.
Right.
And so I did one comic strip where he meets a friend who was also frozen, and they do the universal greeting to each other, and I straight up like asterisked it and like footnote it as to where it came from, like a la Marvel Comics. Like, if you know this is from the Transformers the movie universal greeting. I'm like, that's not a good comic strip, asshole.
I feel like I remember this.
Oh my god, none of my comic strips I ever made were funny or interesting, but they put them in the Nixon newspaper.
Really?
Once.
Do you have it?
I doubt it. I wonder if they have archives.
Oh, I want to take that up.
We'll get in the old microfiche.
They do have it in archives, but can you? All right, let me write this. Do you know what year roughly that happened?
Ooh, gosh. It was probably 5th or 6th grade, whatever year that would have been.
That's a lot to look through. Was it a weekend edition? Was it a weekday edition? Probably like a Tuesday edition.
You know what? If you just call them up, they probably remember it.
They were like, Ryan Jett, young illustrator who marches to the beat of his own drum.
It's the same guy who did my senior story.
I shouldn't make fun of your derivative.
No.
I shouldn't make fun of your derivative Garfield comic at all, because after Ryan created Herschel, I created my own comic that was not. So if his was derivative of Garfield, my character was derivative of Garfield and derivative of Ryan's character, and that character was named Hermie, and I think he was also a caveman. Or
I think maybe Hermie was the guy who I had meet him and do the universal greeting.
That might have been it, because I feel like then we did a crossover
episode.
But my character definitely post-dated your character, but it was the same. Like I don't know. I wasn't original.
We did this all the time. We did this all the time. Remember, we had a
We were 8.
We did a G.I. Joe parody called G.I. Pod. But you started it, and then I was just like, to hear you tell it, you're like, well, this is mine too now. This is what
you started it.
Did I?
No, you started it.
Oh.
Wait.
I think you...
I can't remember.
I don't remember. The way I remember it, you started it, and then I was like, I'm going to glom onto this. Basically,
we had a weird competitive thing when we were younger.
I made a knockoff Garfield character because you guys all did one.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I really did.
Who was your
I have no memory of this.
It was a dog, and I need to look.
Didn't go far afield.
I don't remember his name.
His name was Field Garf.
Barfield.
Some of my comics were so stupidly convoluted. I remember doing one gag where, and this is a 3-panel comic, where his owner, Ron, real creative there, I changed one fucking letter, is making toast, and the toast shoots out of the toaster and disappears twice, and then you see the 3rd panel, Herschel is sliding a tile on the ceiling away and eating the toast as it pops through the ceiling. That's not even a joke.
Actually, that's pretty funny.
It's really crazy.
It's pretty funny. The presumption being that he rigged the toaster to pop it up really high in the air,
and then
so he could get in there, like the tile ceiling style, the drop ceiling, and pull away the tile, and like Mission Impossible style, I guess, like grab the toast and eat it for himself. Like, no, I get that's a sophisticated
but
comic.
Also, he was a caveman, so it's real. I'm playing off the Garfield can't do human things, but he could have just made toast.
And not only will Garfield do human things, but he'll go out of his way to not do work.
Yeah.
But his version of doing work is so convoluted that there is like a lot of work involved. Garfield is articulated for a cat. He walks on 2 legs.
Yep.
Oh, Garfield! Why do we talk
bring up
so
Garfield a lot?
It was pretty influential.
He's
in
our
my childhood.
unofficial mascot for the podcast.
More than I like to admit. Okay. The universal greeting, and Cup is pleased with himself at this point, right? Because he offers an Energon goodie.
I will say, okay, go ahead and play it, because I have some issues coming up here.
Oh, do you?
All right.
Oh, wait, I know where you're going.
I think you probably do.
So Cup's gonna tell these guys it's time for an Energon goodie, but where Cup stores his Energon goodies
yes.
is dubious.
It's problematic.
So like. I get that that's supposed to be a belt, but he's reached.
But it is his dick.
No,
Like,
and
if he has any size of penis, he's touching it.
that needs to be a gift because he
jerks around in there.
around pretty like fast.
I mean, he has crotch snacks. Like, why? It's straight up. You're keeping your Energon goodies with your dick.
I never noticed this.
I never did either.
After watching it critically for the purposes
Can
of
you
this.
rewind that? Let's see that one more little time because he vigorously.
Oh yeah, he's jamming it in there, like rooting around like a little raccoon.
Let's just.
Here, I'll just let it play.
Yep. That does need to be a gift.
That's like the opposite of when I
Look how happy he is.
that's like the opposite of when I wash my asshole. Like I kind of jerk around in there a little bit. It doesn't feel terrible.
Sure, but I mean, maybe we all do, but this is a cartoon.
And Hot Rod
Speaking
just
of asshole,
was
that seems to
ashamed.
be. Well, no. Speaking of asshole, that seems to be where Hot Rod stores his energon
50-42.
because he's reaching back there and he
Pulls it out of his ass.
Pulls
Wait
out
a
a little
minute.
case himself.
I just thought he was looking disappointed at what Cup did, and you just showed me him like
He
pull
grabs
something
it out of his ass.
Pulls it out of his
I
ass.
guess just like people in the 80s always had like a pack of
fanny pack?
stick gum with them.
Oh.
And so it's like,
What?
where you got that gum?
Wait a minute.
Everybody
so
can just
do all
offer
the
up Energon
Transformers
goodies.
have a little
Not only do they
Energon
have,
stash hidden in their keistered?
not only do they have the
Cavities for the-
Cybertronian Swiss Army knives in their bodies, they have little double mint gum
Energon
sticks
gum.
of Energon that they can just offer up.
Damn.
I assume maybe they suck that from their own reserves, perhaps, to create that.
Maybe,
but then
or-
how could they be empty?
He says it's getting expensive.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
some kind of
maybe it's currency
form of money, some kind of currency. Yeah,
But except they
Ca-
eat it.
Caleb at this scene, whenever he pulls out like that, he when Cup opens his dick patch. I thought of whenever you were talking about like Ultra Magnus having a matrix hole, and
Yeah.
like if Hot Rod opens his, it's just a bunch of cigarettes
Yeah.
and beer cans fall out.
Yeah.
I just imagine what's in Cups after
Oh,
all
God.
these millennia.
Yeah. I don't even want to speculate.
I like to think like Brack's butterscotch candies.
Would you like
Yeah.
a Werther's?
Yeah.
Werther's original. So
Yeah, what were you poor? You didn't get Werther's. You got the Brock's candy.
my grandma was all about the Brocks.
I loved, and oh my god, I think I've talked about this before. The seemingly hated like strawberry candies with the gooey center, the hard candy with the gooey
like
center. I
those?
love those.
I love
I
them
didn't
as a
like
kid.
those.
They always have an element of tasting stale.
Yeah,
But I
they
still-
come
I
out.
still
They're
liked them.
manufactured stale.
They were multi-sensory.
or they warehouse them for 12 years like Scotch.
Maybe that's what it. Maybe they're
I made them just so it would be disgusting.
and they are. I think if I were to eat one of those today, I would not enjoy it.
Probably
but I did
not.
like it as a kid. So, Alicons are rushing our friends here. Mm-hmm. They nom all over those goodies. And while Hot Rod, as you said earlier, he says it's getting expensive. Cup tries to placate him a little bit. He insists the creatures are going to reciprocate. And
Which I think I'm 95% sure this movie is where I learned the term reciprocate.
Right.
I figured out what I went straight to the Webster's to figure out what that word meant.
Thank you, Transformers the movie, for helping us with our vocabulary.
Yes, right along.
And the creatures, at a certain point, the shot reveals the creatures. They're shoving the energon underneath their mouth plates, and the creatures stop, stare as if waiting for another round of food. It turns out they're not reciprocating. Hot Rod's like, we're out. And
No more.
The creatures stare a little bit more assertively. Cup motions his hands in a way. As
Clicks the little container.
Yeah, which, by the way, that's kind of like a Pez dispenser.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
And so he's indicating that it's empty. And that is where this minute comes to an end, gentlemen. So I don't know what's going to happen next.
I will say Hot Rod is drawn really well in this. I really like the way he looks in this minute, especially.
He's got a funky pug nose here at 56.
It's
but
it's an upshot.
it's a youthful. He still looks youthful. I actually really like the design of those characters. I wish they'd made a toy. They did make a Sharkticon toy, but
I do think that they are designed. It is an interesting design that's different than anything else we see. Mm-hmm. Especially the heads with the mask. It has like the Optimus Prime mask, but they have mouths over top of it where it opens and talks.
I don't know. It's that fluoro dairy shit. Man.
I think, yep, Flora Dairy.
I like how they're all exactly alike in this situation. You know, they're kind of like
That was a big thing of season 3 and the movie of like just making hordes. Sweeps.
Sharkticons, Alicons,
I'm cool with it.
Quintessons,
I'm cool with it.
all the sans. So, gentlemen, we went through a period of time where we had fewer and fewer voice actors. You know, we've had one last episode that was more tied to
We're getting into
season
new
3.
characters now.
But we are getting into a few new characters, and I'm going to bring up one that is going to hold a special place in my heart because his name is Aaron Kincaid, although it's spelled with one A.
Oh, like a plebe.
The fake way. He was born, actually, it's interesting. He was actually born Norman Neil Williams II.
That's a much better name.
I don't know why. Wait a minute.
Well, I
Feels
mean,
insulting towards me.
I guess if you want to be the first in line alphabetically, but
Right.
that's a great name.
Real silver fox.
I don't know what you call, like, I guess eye bags, but I like his eye bags.
Those eye bags are on point, yo. They're on fleek. Oh, God.
So, at any rate, Aaron Kincaid, he does the voice of the Alicons that we have here. And, he was actually born originally Norman Neil Williams II.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that just a junior?
Yeah, really.
Not in England.
He's So he's American.
Handsome fella, born in Los Angeles. And he would do local theater. He was scouted at a local stage production. He was immediately signed to Universal, and he had a role in Spartacus. He had a regular role on a sitcom called Bachelor Father.
I want to see Bachelor Father,
but
because that sounds depressing.
Well, what you're really gonna want to see is what comes next in his career, because this guy was like the king of 1960s beach movies. He was in all of them, and I just want to talk about the names of these movies for a second.
All right.
So this was his niche. The Girls on the Beach.
Very literal.
Yep.
Beach Ball.
Yes.
Then he did a film called Ski Party, which is like a beach movie in the mountains, basically.
Yes.
Dr. Goldfoot and the Bikini Machine.
Holy shit.
So Vincent Price is the titular character.
I've got to get my eyes on this immediately.
I need to see what this bikini machine looks like.
I gotta
what
tell
does it do?
Does it take them off or put them on?
I gotta tell you, they made a sequel to this movie.
Holy shit.
It was called the Wild Weird World of Dr. Goldfoot.
Okay.
And our friend Aaron Kincaid was in that. As well as the Ghost of the Invisible Bikini.
What the fuck? So that's just nudity. That's just being naked.
No.
No, wait.
the ghost.
I mean, it's an invisible bikini. It's already invisible, but then it's a ghost of an invisible bikini.
Holy shit.
If you get a double invisible situation, is it visible?
Yeah, it's a double negative.
Do you think the ghost of the invisible bikini is friends with the ghost of the
iconic moment? We have a new character.
That's something to work out, perhaps, off camera.
I'm gonna write that down.
Oh, yeah. They need to meet each other. Or
It's like his sleazy friend that's always getting action
Some
and he's
dirtbag.
not. He wishes he could get action like the ghost, his friend, the ghost of the invisible bikini.
He does
He's
have
like, hey, I'm the Ghost of the Invisible Bikini. What up, girl?
He doesn't have a job. He just stays on people's couches.
But he's very good looking.
He's got that talk.
He's always cock blocking the ghost of the iconic moment.
He's good looking.
I love
He's
it.
got swagger. He's got charisma. So, at any rate,
I wouldn't say I just think he's a dirtball that gets some action. Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Kincaid, a.k.a. Norman Neil Williams II, made a few other movies in the 80s. He eventually picked up voice acting. He was in the Smurfs. He was the Iron Sheik in Hulk Hogan's Rock and Roll Wrestling.
Anybody remember that cartoon?
I do.
I do too. I was just talking about that the other day, of how the wrestling was ubiquitous in the 80s. You couldn't get away from it.
Nope.
I didn't even like wrestling.
I didn't watch wrestling, but I watched that show.
I did watch that cartoon.
And I bought the figures. They had like these they were
cool.
rubbery, cool figures. Anyway, DuckTales, Batman, Ninja Turtles, Freakazoid, and for Transformers, the Alicons, as we mentioned, he voiced a character called Clementia, who was the
It sounds like a disease.
he was the Quintesson that brought Optimus Prime back to life.
Oh.
He one of the sweeps. He also played Dr. Morgan. You may remember him as the father of Jessica Morgan, who lost her legs during a battle in the Return of Optimus Prime, and therefore he hated Transformers because of that. And he created the hate plague. Mm-hmm. And but my favorite voice that he used, that he's most notable for in the Transformers universe, is he is the voice of Skylinks, and the lovable cat bird shuttle thing downstairs mix up of a Transformer. We mentioned it before. I had that toy as a kid and love that toy.
Skylinks was insufferable. he was such a
Call the Primitives.
Call the Primitives.
Exhibited that
Listen to that
perfectly.
episode.
This guy got paid on season 3 characters, but later he retired from all of this biz. He changed his name again to N.N. Williams II.
He is the prince of voice actors.
And he painted landscapes and seascapes and sold them in galleries in Laguna Beach. Have you guys ever been to Laguna by any chance?
I have not.
Laguna Beach. It's an interesting community for sure. A little southern SoCal art community, a lot of money, a lot of art, like a lot of little art galleries. But so maybe it's time for a
Script deviations.
I'm hoping that Ryan has more craziness than this, but this Aaron here speaking. My script, the only real deviation is that it says that it's Sharkticons that arrive from the marshy area. So I think originally they envisioned Sharkticons, and at some point down the line, and this is. My script is fairly close to what we see on screen, or closer to what we see on screen than what Ryan's is. So even at this point, they decided that somewhere between this script and the screen, they invented a whole new race of characters or ethnic group or whatever you call them from a Transformer
These are Alicons,
perspective.
right?
And, I mean, that's more work, so I don't know why they do that. But Alicons seem to have more intelligence than Sharkticons. I think Alicons... actually, I don't
know.
I think that they can speak. Sharkticons can't even talk. So I don't know. It's like a middle race, and we talked earlier about how it's theorized or that all these creations on the planet of Quintessa are experiments. And they're also experiments of the Quintessons. So they've got some sort of lower level, the fish and the
he gave them simple brains.
They've got higher level, which might be these guys, the Alicons, and then sort of a middle level, which would be the Sharkticons that have a little bit more intelligence, but at the same time, they still just keep them in a pit.
They're goons.
They're goons.
They are goons.
They're all different versions of goons. So Ryan, what is your?
In the margins of one of this, I'll skip through it because I actually wrote so wordy because it just goes on. This goes on for 4 pages. But
Scene?
Yes. I'll sum it up.
Good God.
Basically, Aaron, as you said in the last minute...
There's more time of him wrestling around in
his crotch pocket.
3 of the pages are that.
Wait, that's not it. No, that's not it.
As you said in the last minute, Aaron, Cup transforms and it's evident that a fender was misplaced and a wheel mounted improperly, so he wobbles and rides unevenly with much chugging and oil spewing. And then Cup says...
There's going to be oil spewing once he reaches into that belt.
Oh, hey-oh!
Chug, chug.
Ba-boom.
Skeet, skeet, skeet. Chrome cross-coots of Cybertron. I told ya pot was missing. Of all the ding-brang circuit glitching diode blowing dimwittery. So that's where that comes in right there.
Good Lord.
Cup is using a homing scanner to try to find the Dinobots is what's happening. And Cup says, hurry up, I'm getting a peculiar alien reading. Hot Rod transforms. He looks off into the area in question and says, we're wasting time. The Dinobots might be in trouble. Or maybe it's RC out there, surrounded by aliens.
Oh, call back to potential romantic feelings between Hot Rod and RC.
Yeah, and it's Cup.
He doesn't care about Springer.
Ultra Magnus. Ultra Magnus, Blur, Perceptor.
Ultra Magnus, our new leader, might be in trouble. No, it's all about RC.
I would hardly call Ultra Magnus a leader.
Fair enough.
But then Cup literally gives him the palm and is like, I'm the one with the fantasy stories, remember? Which is
the fantasy stories.
Weird.
Fantasy stories.
So, I guess that's Hot Rod's fantasy of she's in danger and he has to save her. And then they haven't even encountered the people yet. Where Cup unhinges a small case at his belt or dick and presses a series of buttons.
Small case.
In his junk.
And in this one, the universal greeting is shorter. It's just grog weep ninny bong.
Grog, where's it written? But it's like, grog na weep ninny bong. Grog na.
So the elements are there. I guess they feel like they had to extend it, make it more magnanimous, which I think is a good choice.
Sure.
Is magnanimous
I like it.
a word that makes sense in this conversation?
What?
No. And then they encounter, and in my script too, Aaron, it says Sharkticons, and then he gives them the universal greeting, gives them the treat, and basically, gosh, we can entirely skip that whole page where he's just trying to get Hot Rod to repeat the greeting correctly. I don't know that.
No, Hot Rod.
You say it like this. Don't. He literally says, "Don't forget to smile."
It's not, and the way it's presented, it's not that tough. It's shorter than the one we see on screen.
Hot Rod says, "Eating out of our hand, huh? If we don't get out of here soon, they'll start eating out of my face."
Oh God, that's problematic for many reasons.
And then Cup takes a beat and looks around at all of them, and he socks several Sharkticons aside and runs interference for Hot Rod.
Starts hitting them.
Yep, and says, "Go, lad." And that's what
Oh, he knows. So he knows. So instead of what we see on screen, which is Cup makes a lot of bad decisions as to how treacherous
He
the
handles
beings
that
in front
really
of them
poorly.
are. Yeah. In this version of the script, he recognizes that there's problems. He gives it a little shot and recognizes it's not going to work. So he just like lashes out. And
To me, it sounds like he's a crazy person.
he does sound very insane in
Because
this.
he's like, I got this. Nini bong. And then just starts smacking him
But
around.
that
Let's
makes
get out
more
of here.
sense. Like that didn't work.
guess.
I need to pop these guys and get out of here. In what we see on screen, he says it's gonna work. No, it's gonna work. No, it's gonna work. We're being tackled by them. We're captured.
It's true.
Yep.
True. Neither, all of it is bad.
All right.
And
Well,
that's the end of that. Also, I will say that chlamydia sounds like you just can't remember stuff and have chlamydia.
Yeah. I got.
Bringing that back.
You think Cup got clementia?
He definitely,
That's
in
one of
this
his war
script, it
stories.
seems to be the
You
problem.
think he was scratching his clementia while he was trying to look for his Energon gum? Whatever the hell that is. Gotta scratch my clementia.
Energon Pez.
Yeah.
So, well, you you guys want to talk about that? All right. So, okay, we can.
I'm the ghost of the iconic moment.
You know?
For me, I mean, it's no question. It's this clementia scratching.
The fucking dick compartment is...
I just discovered it, so that can't be my iconic moment.
No. I will say mine is the universal
yeah,
greeting
it's true.
because it's
That's
just...
the obvious one.
I have a bias because my iconic moment, because I haven't seen this movie in such a long time. Like my iconic moments are revealed
Day by day.
Are revealed to me day by day, and I'm sorry.
He didn't reach his hand into his dick.
We definitely need to make a gif of that.
It's disturbing.
Write down GIF. I think I found a program that allows us to make
Okay.
GIFs pretty easily. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening.
We gotta make that before we release this, or everybody's gonna take it.
We got to make.
Oh yeah, we don't want anybody to take all the things we posted that have gone viral.
Just another failure.
True.
Honestly, that would be I bet you that would work as a
Yeah,
GIF pretty well because he's just rumbling around in there.
I'll
You could make
believe
that just rumbling around in there forever.
Infinity.
I would hope so.
I think I'll put that on me. I think I've got a means to do that.
Okay.
Next time on the Autopod Decepticast.
That universal greeting, it fails.
Oh no.
Such a weird component that doesn't go anywhere.
I like
Cup,
it though.
Cup is reminded of yet another war story.
Whoop.
And we meet a rather judgmental new character.
All kinds of new stuff coming in.
All right. So thank you for everybody. Thank you for everybody.
For and from.
Thank you everybody for listening. We're on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and TuneIn. I don't know if we've ever established TuneIn's value to this equation, but I don't also at the same time don't want to insult a company that I'm sure is probably more meaningful than I understand.
Okay.
I mean, they exist, so
Yeah, fine.
they have a board of directors and everything.
Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all of them at APODcast, and of course the web presence, autopoddecepticast.com. I'm trying to remember what we talked about this episode.
I will desperately try to find some of my old comic strips to put up there. I'll put up the bit of...
Hermie and Herman.
yeah, I'll try to find that. Hopefully we'll have a GIF up there. We'll also put on Twitter if we can figure that out.
jacking off,
How that fucking works.
And that's it, guys. Bye.
Bye.
And there it is. I hope y'all enjoyed this trip down memory lane from the late 20-teens. It really is cool for me to revisit these as I'm packaging them for you. We're approaching the dog days of summer here in the Northern Hemisphere, so try your best to stay cool while we all sprint rapidly toward the fall of modern civilization. Be sure to tell your children and grandchildren, sorry, we could have saved it, but instead we decided billionaires should exist for some reason. So while we all wait for summer incineration and paralyzing polar winters, if you enjoyed this, I invite you to visit our extensive back catalog of over 260 episodes available everywhere you get your podcasts. I must have been in quite a mood when I wrote some of that. So should you like us and wish to show your support, the simplest way, give us a review Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, like, sub on YouTube, Patreon, several levels of support, Booty Bucks starting at the $5 level, which is patreon.com/APODcast. Merch at our store, autopoddecepticast.com/store. You could also buy us a drink. If you have a cocktail or mocktail you would like featured on the show, you can do so by just sending us $5 hairs to @APODcast on PayPal. Tell me in the notes what you would like me to make, and I will make that cocktail on a future episode because I cannot make it on a past one.
Thirsty, money, buy us a drink. Buy us a drink.
And there it is. We also do a little thing called Dough for Joe, wherein you commission us for the Joe episode of your choice for $75 at APODcast on PayPal. Twitter, Blue Sky, Facebook, Threads, and Instagram, all of them at APODcast. And if you become a patron at any level, you will have access to the notorious APDC Discord, which is really fun. We're very active on there. Lots of good stuff. There, Mike Seibert just put up a video of Wally Burr talking about Orson Welles, and he showed it's not exactly like our final role, which is something we did at a panel at TFCon, but he shows this cocktail snifter, like this brandy snifter that he gave to Orson Welles and gave him like Schweppes, because Orson Welles used to do Schweppes advertisements. And another interesting little tidbit that I didn't know before, he said that Orson Welles, this is not that uncommon, but Orson Welles' delivery had to be sped up 10% and then shifted down so that he still sounded like himself. And that's really interesting. I did not know that. And, Orson Welles was not super healthy at the time. He wasn't Wells, which is also a joke I made on Discord. Okay, supplemental materials, videos, links to references, and other varieties of fun can be found on this episode's page at autopoddecepticast.com. And that is all we have. So, until next time, pistols at dawn. Bye, bye, bye.
Cells is the sponsor of Autopod Decepticast. Yes.